What is up, woke family? It's the Bull Woke Ebucks, and I'm back again with another live stream video. Listen, we got emergency tonight. We have a lot of good videos to talk about, a lot of good things to talk about, a lot of good things to discuss. So we're gonna get into these videos, and from there, I'm gonna give you my thoughts and my reactions. Let's get into it, man. Let's get it.
Now we got heated exchange. I love these social experiments. I love seeing NPCs out in the wild. This is Peter Boghossian. He had a great video before. This is heated exchange, trans women and women's sports.
We're going to have a conversation about trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. Anybody have an opinion about that? I have a feeling this is too
Why would you even ask that question? That's a little bit
controversial for people. So we might have to change the claim. But somebody must want to have an honest conversation about this.
I'm gonna say this, guys. I like people like Peter Boghossian because I reacted to his video probably a couple of days ago talking about he was basically confronted at Portland State University for not being able to classify more than one or more than the two genders, and I said it's really ridiculous because biologically there are only two genders. You understand? Now, for those who want to claim that there are 1,500, cool, but there's really only two genders. Now he's basically coming back to a different university, and he's basically trying to get into a conversation with whether trans women should participate in sports. So let's get into it, guys.
Do you think trans women should be able to compete in women's sports? Too controversial, even for you, son. This alone is interesting to me. Nobody will have a conversation about this. Interesting. I'll give someone else the mic and let them question me about this claim. Trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. You want to have that conversation? Nope, too scared. Okay. You want to have that conversation? Nope, too scared. Okay. Anybody. Trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. Be terrifying. Trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. Anybody have it?
Guys, I actually want to ask real quick. I think a woman's coming over right now. I think she wants her face blurred too. What do you think the percentage of college campuses are filled with trans women?
An opinion.
A wild NPC.
Awesome.
A wild NPC, and you already know she got triggered because she walked in and blurted out. So she ended this by saying, if you put this anywhere, I'm literally going to sue you.
Stand on the neutral line right there. So the game has only two rules. We can do it with one. Oh, we got two people. Oh, we got three people. All right, well, I was wrong. I was wrong. I didn't think it would come. Okay, stand on neutral. Okay, so this is a very simple game. We have a few rules. The first rule is you can't stand in between the line.
Okay.
Very straightforward.
Got it.
The second rule is you can't move until I say move. And the reason for that is because we don't want anybody's opinion to affect anybody else's opinion.
Be swayed. Gotcha.
Exactly. Precisely. Now let me go.
I can't chat. What minute do you think she's going to get triggered? Because you know that
the first 30 seconds.
Strongly agree, slightly agree, neutral, slightly disagree, strongly disagree. So I'm going to ask this question and count back to 5, and don't move until I get to go and stand on a line. It could not possibly be any simpler, but you'd be astonished how many people do not pay attention to the rules.
College.
Trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They're gonna all go to agree. All go to highly agree.
Yes, trans women, they agree. Trans women
They're
should
gonna
be able
all
to
agree
compete in women's sports. They're
I'm
all
telling
bots.
you. Watch.
Move.
Oh wait, which one's strongly? Okay, so the wifeable one went here, and the NPC's one here. Okay, so this is strongly disagree and strongly agree.
Okay,
We have 2 that are strongly agree, and then 1 that is somewhat disagreeable. Word.
1 disagree, 1
Okay, you're not supposed to stand on the line, Goofy. That's like the one thing he said.
strongly agree. You're on the line. Okay. Tell us why you agree.
Oh wait, oops, I'm dumb. You're supposed to stand on the line. Okay, I'm sorry.
I agree because trans women should be able to compete in women's sports because they are competing underneath their identity.
They're competing underneath their identity. Do you identify as a trans woman? How would you feel if you were in a sport as an actual woman? If you're an actual woman and you have a man that was born as a woman coming into your sport and dominating you? Be real. Don't allow the indoctrination of the society. Don't allow the programming to make you to think otherwise. Be real with yourself.
That they very solidly align with, and to deprive them of that.
Ready? You ready for me to debunk this in 1 second?
No, you're not.
What do you mean I'm not? How can you?
I don't want to do this.
How can you tell me I'm not a transgender?
No, you're not.
What? Tell me I'm not a transgender.
No, you're not.
What do you mean I'm not? How can you?
I don't want to do this.
How can you? How can you tell me I'm not a transgender?
No, you're not.
What?
Silence. How can you tell
Tell
me
me I'm not a
transgender?
Exactly.
That's how I identify.
Exactly. He identifies it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
won't check my junk? Even if you do, maybe I'm a woman with a dick, huh?
Real talk.
Some women can have penises. That's what y'all say.
This is the problem with identifying people in 2022, bro. Right here in front of your eyes. You cannot make this up.
Chat, this is a great point. Next time the men's bathroom is clogged up, next time you see a massive dookie and all the stalls are all stinky, hop into the women's bathroom. I'm transgender. How are you going to tell me I'm not? This is the problem. You don't need meds. You don't need estrogen. This is how easy it is to classify.
Identify yourself.
Look at
Real
the face,
talk.
bro. I love that, bro. How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me I'm not trans? Silence.
Tell me I'm not a transgender.
Legend.
Is to kind of say that their identity is not acceptable in society.
In society or
Like in sports, that they're not valid. Their identity is not validated.
okay. Do you agree with what she said?
Yes, but that's not specifically why I agree that trans women should be able to compete in sports.
Okay. Why do you think?
I believe trans women should be able to compete in sports because there's specific criterion
Criterion? There's not a movie theater. You mean criteria?
that trans women have to meet in order to be able to compete under the woman category.
In which sports?
This is why I know she's gonna be triggered, because she's one of the people that finishes her sentences like this.
With last?
When I make a point, and I'm gonna do it 4 more times. Ready to hear it? And I haven't seen this video, I promise you. But this is how the bots speak.
I'm not
Just by her talking like that already, and you pay attention to her demeanor with her arms crossed, you can already tell she has an entitled personality, and you can already tell woke family that she's gonna become very triggered by what is being discussed. It's obvious. Like, you cannot make this stuff up.
an expert on all sports.
I'm not an expert either.
But I do know for at least the Olympics, there are requirements for trans women because when trans women go on not testosterone, when trans women go on
estrogen
hormones, testosterone drops in them. So a lot of the natural advantages they might have being born in a man's body are depleted, like the extra strength testosterone gives you, and so on and so forth. So they have to be below a certain testosterone level. They have to be on estrogen for a certain amount of time. And even the rule where you have to be below a certain testosterone percentages have.
Okay. What are you saying? Like, what are you talking about? Do you understand that everything that you are saying is literally working against your favor? Let me say that again. Do you understand that everything you are saying right now is literally working against your favor? If you're somebody who participates in sports and you have to compete against a transgender woman, which is a man, you're going to get smoked. You sound literally comical, like you're comical, bro. Woke family. You cannot make this up, bro. Women like her are literally delusional. Like she doesn't even know what she's talking about. You're just rambling right now, trying to make it seem as if you know what you're talking about, but you sound delusional.
Stop cis women from competing in sports. So they're very hard set rules. There's no
Cis woman meaning what?
cis woman.
A biological woman.
Women who are born as women.
Women who were born as women. Okay.
Cis women, yes. Cisgendered is when you're born in the correct sex. So I was born a woman.
No, but what is the correct sex or gender? Since you can identify as whatever you want to identify as now, right? What does correct mean? Woke family, let's stand up, man.
woman, I'm identify as a woman, so I'm cis. If I were to identify as non-binary or anything else, I would not be cis. How you?
If I were to identify as non-binary, I wouldn't be cis. What's a non-binary, bro? What's a non-binary? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Like, what's a non-binary? What's a non-binary?
I'm gonna ask this question and not know what cis means.
Well, cis isn't in the question.
First and foremost, you're being interviewed. Don't do that. Humble yourself, okay?
And what cis might mean to you,
Uh-oh, the triggering starts sooner than I thought.
that doesn't mean that people watching this are going to know what cis means.
Things are a definition. Things mean things.
Things mean things. Okay, she's getting triggered already, but you didn't know. Okay.
Cisgender means one thing. That's just.
Is it possible that some people could define or perceive the word women to be different?
Well, I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about the term cisgender.
Yeah, so I think it's important that we define our terms. That's why I wanted to define it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's unfair enough for me to ask you to define it?
No, I just don't. It sounded like you didn't know what cisgender was, and I was just wondering if you didn't know that was why you thought
It's not like you didn't know it's
you should
cisgender.
ask that question.
Oh, no.
I'm starting to get a little bit emotional and triggered.
Yeah, I'm really getting
I'm
triggered.
actually,
No cap.
I'll tell you why later, but I'm a legitimate gender studies scholar.
Oh, perfect then.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I don't mean to brag, but I've really outpublished almost anyone in the world in gender studies.
You do need to back a little bit. That is impressive.
Thank you. I'll show you my body of literature later. But for now,
Look at the way you walked away.
Okay, Peter.
Okay, my man.
Peter, this is okay. Yeah, I know what cis means. I'm actually the best published gender studies scholar, and nobody can even fucking
Touch me.
talk to me.
No
You're
one
just a
can touch
little
me.
college bitch. And I'll show you my body of literature later. I'm big body. What's up, college girl? You're gonna leave and get triggered later.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
Let me walk to the other side.
trans women should be able to compete in women's sports. What do you think about that?
I do not think they should be able to do that.
Okay. Did
Right.
anything that they persuade you? Think about that for a second, but tell us why.
I just think the biological makeup of a man is not the same as a woman, whether they
Word.
take hormones or not.
It's not. Even when they take estrogen,
Even when they take testosterone blockers and estrogen pills, you're not a woman. You're not biologically a woman, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for women that want to become men. You're not a man. No matter how much testosterone you take, you're not a man.
men are still built like men. No matter how many hormones you take away, your bones, your muscle bodies, you don't have tits, you don't like it's your body is you're a man. Even though pills are not going to take that away, we
don't
will
understand that,
kill women in all of these sports. And don't clip that up to so that it says men will kill women. Someone's going to do that. Please don't make me sound bad.
Especially if they've been competing in that sport for years. They did it originally as a man or a woman, and then they switched to female, which I played a female sport growing up.
What did you play?
Lacrosse,
Word.
which is very different.
Oh, she white. She white. Lacrosse is the white people sport.
The one with the thing, the net, with
stick,
people
yeah.
like that.
I think it's only the female athletes that understand that, bro. If you're not a female athlete, I think you would have agreed with all the other NPCs, bro. Like, you cannot make this up.
Which is
Yeah, they gentrified that from the Native Americans.
very different from male lacrosse. So I just think that it comes down to the biological makeup of like the
Like softball and baseball. Bitches got to throw underhand. Like they're bowling, and then men could fucking throw overhand because our arms are not going to fall off.
training used for it and everything. But I agree with a lot of the stuff that they say. I'm not like they shouldn't do it, but I just think it should be.
So you think, and I just want to make sure I get your argument right, you think that they shouldn't do it because it confers an unfair advantage on the person, even if they've met their hormone requirements, because as
This argument boils down to it hurts women's feelings when you say that men are stronger than women.
Yeah, real talk.
40-minute video, we could boil it down to that.
a biological male ages before they transition, they have certain intrinsic advantages. Height, for example, maybe in basketball. Or now that doesn't mean all men are tall, but on a Gaussian curve, it means that more men are tall than women.
Yeah.
Right, so is that? I don't want to mischaracterize.
yes.
Is that,
Yes, that's what I mean.
did that persuade you?
I would say no, because we have talked about like the hormones and like the genetic makeup of a male body versus a female body, but there are changes that
Right now, the blurred lady is getting so mad. You ready for her next answer? Is going to be 10 times more passive aggressive. You see the stance, that crossed arm, she's loading up. She got triggered by that body of literature comment, and now she's ready for her comeback.
She's gonna
got
lash
Libra.
out.
can happen whenever someone starts to transition that can affect their muscle density, just like their overall genetic makeup. Well, not their genetic makeup, but like their hormones and just how their body functions. So I don't know if that is like completely valid in arguing this.
What if I could provide you with evidence that even with the hormone replacement therapy, that still conferred an advantage on people born as men?
Yes. Even when you take estrogen pills, you're still a fucking man body. You built different. It is what it is.
That it wouldn't give them
It would even if they underwent hormone therapy, it still was an advantage for the trans woman to participate in sports. Would you then be for it or against it?
I would be open to revising my opinion if there's evidence presented on that.
So you would be open to revising, and would you be open to revising your opinion to go to the agree or the slightly agree?
Slightly agree, but I don't think I would go any farther than that.
Okay. So the thing that's keeping you must be some identity factor.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about that in a second. So just to be clear, I don't want to put words in your mouth. If you were to be shown evidence to your satisfaction,
Look at that. Look at trans women on
Right
estrogen
there.
and look at
She
an
would get
actual woman.
crushed.
Are you kidding me?
She
That
would get
looks like
crushed.
Sam Hyde. I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to eat you and rip your skin and eat you alive. I've taken estrogen, but I'm coming for all of the women to live.
Listen, Wolf family. This picture right here just goes to show you why trans women should never compete in women's sports. This right here. This is not a trans woman. This is a man that is about to crush this 65-pound lady. This is probably like a 220-pound man that's going to crush this. Probably 65 pounds is an exaggeration. Let's just say, for example, she's 130 pounds. He's about to crush her. That's crazy, bro.
Olympic medals. Roar! Oh my God, bro. Imagine being Tiffany and this is full speed. Roar! I'm a woman. Fuck.
that people born as male who transition, who met the requirements of whatever lacrosse or
still have an
what-
unfair advantage.
Yeah, if you were to be shown that they would still have an unfair advantage, you would be willing to move one, possibly two, but not three. Is that what you said? Is that fair to say?
that's fair.
Okay, if you were to be shown that advantage, would you move?
Probably not.
Okay, what would it take for you to move?
Nothing, probably. I feel very strongly about this.
Nothing could make you change your mind. She's that set in stone. That's why I fucking peeped it. She's a bot from the jump, I'm telling you. Well, I mean, that's why she blurted out, because bots do not. She's gonna malfunction.
Because here's the thing. Even if you were to show me proof that people born as men who transition as women still have an unfair advantage, I would believe that full-heartedly. I wouldn't try to dispute that if I saw the facts behind that.
Yeah.
However, sports inherently have genetic advantaged players, like Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps.
Oh, with the yeah.
He didn't produce lactic acid. He had an abnormally large wingspan. He had webbed toes and webbed feet. And that was not him competing. That's an unfair genetic advantage. We don't care about genetic advantages until it's someone transitioning from a man to a woman or a woman to a man.
I have to call you. I have to push back on that.
That was a way better point than I thought she was gonna make. I haven't heard that point yet.
I have personally never heard anybody concerned about people transitioning to a man competing in men's sports. Have you?
No, that's also another problem. Why are we so focused on trans women and not trans men as well?
Well, I think
and it's an unfair advantage.
Yeah,
it should be.
that's why.
It should be but that's what I'm saying. No one really cares about it being an unfair advantage, or we wouldn't basketball, for instance.
Yeah.
If you're tall and 8, you can still make it to the NBA if you're above 6'7". But if you're below 6 foot and phenomenal,
Yeah, that's a basketball short.
no, this is football. My shirt. This is the Seahawks.
Seahawks, man. Peter, what? You're supposed to know this.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about sports.
But here you are debating it? Uh-oh. Yo, the bot's actually, I think the bot took this little exchange. I thought she was gonna get triggered. She has you right here.
Yeah, well,
Ask me about gender studies. That's a different thing. But let's say.
Well, because it's about sports, you know, some of the logistics you have are like that are in sports come into play here. And like I said, a lot of sports is genetic advantage. Like being born and having an aptitude for something shouldn't mean you can't do it. No one, like I said, no one wanted to Michael Phelps not swim in the Olympics.
So do you think that there should be one division and we just throw all men and women in the same division?
And that's not what I said.
No, but I'm asking you,
Yeah, so how do you separate the genetic differences?
is that what you think?
No.
Why not?
Honestly, I just haven't given that enough thought. I do think there is,
Ah.
some pros to having two separate divisions for men and women. But like I said, honestly, I haven't.
What are the pros?
Honestly, I haven't given that enough thought
But you've given all the woke thought.
to have like a
Sorry, Queen.
concrete stance on it that I would want to fully stand
That's
behind
fair.
because I haven't done enough research or thought on it.
That's fair.
But you know all the woke points, and you also said that you're not willing to change and move to the other side. But you don't know shit. So that's a pretty dumb argument.
So you think that there should be two divisions?
As of right now, before I do a lot of like thinking about it, but like I said, like I haven't put enough thought to it to give you a clear, firm stance.
Okay, so I'm kind of think through this myself. So the reason, and could be totally wrong, I'm just trying to figure this out myself. So the reason that there are two divisions.
Why is he thinking like this is taking a lot of brain power from a guy who has a fucking.
Well, no, I think the thing is that Peter's trying to choose how to formulate his words, and the situation when it comes to that is that it is what it is, It's actually pretty interesting. I think the thing is that I don't know why she believes that there should be two different leagues when women are already complaining that women are not getting paid as much as men are. You guys might as well join the same league, but we know if you join the same league as men are going to crush you every single time. But it'd be more entertaining, though. I'm not going to lie.
Fucking, I got the body of work, bro. He's got to press his forehead for her argument.
Or because there must be certain categories of things that different sexes are better at, or there wouldn't be divisions in the first place, unless it was just like some social convention.
You're not wrong there.
So,
Damn, he's being genuine. I think a lot of other people who do this stuff, like Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder, they come in with the really like patronizing, I'm better, I'm smarter than you, I already know. I think this guy's actually trying to learn and listen to other arguments, which I
Yeah,
commend.
he is.
It's hard to with bots.
is it possible to abstract from that and say that that reason is what confers an advantage on somebody?
No, because you can have advantages over someone who's also the same gender as you, just as a different gender does. Gender is not the only factor that provides an advantage or not. However, it's definitely one that contributes to an advantage you have.
Right. And
Because there was a trans swimmer in the Olympics. She didn't win. If trans women really have a crazy advantage on women, why didn't she sweep? Why didn't she do the
what does sweep mean?
win everything?
Like the kitchen, like mop and sweep.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Actually,
Sweep?
That's what
Like,
she's talking
win
about.
all the awards.
oh, I thought you meant give her a mop and like sweep
No,
up.
why didn't she win all the awards? Why didn't she win every race? And why didn't she beat them by like seconds? Which is very.
But she
which is
did get into the Olympics.
She got into the Olympics. She didn't win. And that's because she's a trained swimmer. That's because she's been training to swim for as long as everyone else has. So it makes sense she got into the Olympics.
Chat, I'm extremely tired of the trans topic, and I'm extremely tired of people. It feels like people debate trans more than there
Then the
actually are
trans
trans
people
people
trans
walking
debate
around.
themselves.
But I do think I love the topic because it really exposes people's double standards to what is woke and what's not and what's acceptable. And especially when the guy's like, how are you going to tell me I'm not transgender? It just points out all the flaws and all the faulty logic with woke people. But really, like, I'm sick of hearing about trans people. It's just not any transphobic shit. It's just like, oh my God, bro, there's like 3 of you. It's just like, do we really need to debate this every day?
She's
Real
been
talk.
swimming at that time for her entire career. But like I said, she didn't sweep. She didn't have such a crazy advantage that she was performing way above the ranks of the other women.
So even if it were shown that trans women had distinct advantages, that wouldn't be enough to move you to agree.
Yeah, because like I said, cis woman could have an advantage on another cis woman. So why should I care if a trans woman has an advantage on a cis woman when a cis woman could also have an advantage on another cis woman? like the fact that they're trans doesn't really mean anything to me. Like I said, having a genetic advantage can and is a part of sports.
Okay, I think I understand their reasoning, but I'm not positive.
I have a question for them.
Yes.
So do you think that there could be like the women's group, the man group, and then people who are trans have their own category?
No. Men, women. Men, women. Not men, women, trans. No.
Who's the question for? Which one?
Either or.
I feel like those groups would just alienate them even more and just like put them off into a separate category because they don't belong in women or male. They're not being put properly into the groups that they identify with.
I don't know anything about sports, as you know from not even knowing what that means there. The Sea Falcons or whatever. But my question
Seahawks. It's not that hard.
Seahawks.
It's not that hard.
is then aren't there rules? I thought there are rules against like shooting yourself up with steroids, aren't there?
Yes.
So when you shoot yourself up with steroids, that
It's
must
wrong, but a woman could shoot herself up with testosterone?
mean you
Real
have
talk.
a competitive advantage. So that's why they don't do it, right?
That shooting yourself up with steroids gives you a competitive.
Well, I would assume, or else
That's
there
why
wouldn't
it's
be a
outlawed.
rule against
Yeah.
it.
Yes, there is a rule against using performance enhancing steroids, but I don't think that's on the same level as hormone therapy.
No, that's not where I was going with it. So
Okay.
no, I was going with it. It's possible that there are certain things that one can do to yield a performance advantage.
Yes.
So shouldn't the idea be, and I'm just thinking through this for myself, shouldn't the idea be that we want to level the playing field to take out advantages for different people?
Correct.
I think like artificial advantages is what you're trying to say. Like, just you have.
See, why do they have to raise their hand like it's school? Can you just say, hey, let me talk now? What the hell? I thought she was waving to her friend. Speak.
I'm sorry. I thought you were waving to somebody.
Well, first of all, Seahawks. Gotta rap.
Seahawks,
Seattle Seahawks.
their football
Not the
team
Falcons, yes, the
from
Seahawks.
Seattle in Washington,
Yes. Also,
and they play. Who's
God, my chat is so low attention span. All you got ADHD. It's getting spicy in a bit. She's going to get triggered soon, and you're going to be happy again. We're going to laugh at him. Let's have one little calm conversation for a bit. It's going to get there. You see that little spike in retention right here?
rival.
No, the person who throws the ball.
QB.
The QB. Who's the QB?
Maybe want to bit more about sports before you ask questions about it. No, but okay. To go off her point, I like performance-enhancing drugs are obviously banned. It's because they enhance your performance. However, if you have enough money, you can pay a coach to help advance your performance. You know what I mean? Like there's specific training facilities, there's specific programs that all cost money to access. And by accessing those with money, you also gain an advantage. So it's not like these hormones.
So we
are
should
only,
get- yeah.
It's not like because these hormones are only banned because of their performance. They're also extremely harmful on performance.
So we should give, if that logic holds, we should give all non-trans women extra coaching to make up for the deficiencies.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm furthering showing that there's already a discrepancy in sports. If you're rich and can pay for equipment, training facilities, a training coach, you're gonna do better than someone who can't. And I'm not saying
Like the
I'm not-
Russians and like the Russians in cycling and weightlifting.
Yeah, like most people in the Olympics. Most people in the Olympics have access to really good trainers and really good training. And if everyone in the world had access to that training, I don't think the Olympics would look the same. There'd be a lot of different people in there, but they don't because inequities, like I said, are inherently in sports. They're gonna be in sports no matter what.
Did that convince you?
I kind of forgot what you said.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
Yeah, me too.
The idea is you can't control. There are always going to be certain people who have advantages, certain people have disadvantages, and I don't want to mischaracterize your argument, but the idea is that. All right. Well, you can come to the next one. You go. All right. Well, I guess not then. Okay. So
There we go. There we go. Spicy
left.
time.
Yes, sir.
A wild Loki appeared, a wild trans person. Okay, Chad, breathe a little bit. Okay, ready? Some spicy back and forth. Whoa, I'm mad. Here we go.
advantages. And if you're born to a poor family, you'll have disadvantages. So there are already inequities built into the system. So why worry about one more inequity? I think that's what you were saying.
No, another person appeared up.
I think the comparison between the like wealth or someone or the advantages that they have are completely different than like people getting things like hormones and stuff like genetically in them versus like being able to pay for a facility or something.
How does it make you feel if you compete against, for example,
But even if you were to get those hormones injected into you, you would have to pay for them regardless. So what's your point?
in lacrosse?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel if you compete against someone born biological male? Do you think it's like you said, I don't want to put words in your mouth. How does it make you feel?
I would think it'd be unfair, especially if that male came from playing men's lacrosse.
Can I ask you what seemed like a really stupid question, but I'm going to ask anyway?
Okay.
What's wrong with it being unfair? Life is unfair. Some people are born with like no legs.
I mean, that's true that life is unfair, but it's like, it's the sport of lacrosse, specifically what I'm talking about, where there's the men's and the women's and
I think Peter's playing devil's advocate in asking that question. He knows he doesn't like transgender women being in men's sports or being in women's sports, but he's playing devil's advocate, which is smart. I respect it.
a lot of sports are very different, men and women wise. And obviously, it's not always fair, but it's
Look at them raising their hands like, okay, my turn, teacher.
equally as fair when it's all women versus like the other side being all men versus all men, all women versus all women. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, but I'm not sure it makes sense to them. Hi, you just joined.
Well, I have just a quick sentence.
Okay.
They're gonna say some things. In response to that, if a girl went to a middle or high school where they didn't have a big sports fund and she played on the male lacrosse team and then transferred to a school that had a girls and boys lacrosse team and then she chose to play on the girls team after playing on the boys team, no one would care. No one would care because she's cis. They only care because she's trans. No one really cares about you playing the man
What is she talking about?
version of a sport if you're a girl and then you play the woman version later. They only care when you're trans.
Yeah.
The transness of this all is really what people get strung up.
If that were to be the case where I played a male sport and then went to a female sport, I did not pump hormones in my body to genetically get me to a better place than playing with males.
Hi. Hi. You do know that's what birth control is for, right? To pump estrogen.
But a lot of cis women are.
To pump estrogen into your body so that you're actually physically able to do things. And the point of a competitive
What? Birth control so I can nut without having a baby.
sport is
I don't.
meant to
This is the thing, though, Sneeko. I don't know what the benefit is for the women, though, or like, how it helps the women. You know.
be genetically better than the other person. Take the Olympics, for example. There are cis women
Take the Olympics, for example.
example.
Okay, I can't. Okay, well, what?
than the other person. Take the Olympics, for example. There are cis women that are better than other cis women because they are genetically made to be that way. And putting natural hormones in your body, I hope you know that you as a cis woman also has testosterone in your body as well as estrogen and progesterone.
How do you know she's a cis woman?
Are you a cis woman? Okay.
But you assume.
Did
though.
you just assume her gender?
Yeah, you assumed her gender. Don't do that in America in 2022. Apparently,
I didn't know that.
I did, I can tell.
you just assume. Don't assume. Don't assume in 2022.
You have like a gaydar for cis women.
I do because I'm not a cis woman and I know what cis women look like and act like.
And
Nah, bro, that's crazy.
am I a cis?
What? Do you see how if a straight guy said the exact same thing, it'd be problematic, but she's a
Facts.
les?
woman?
You're not a cis woman, but if you're a woman, that's okay.
No, I'm a man.
Okay, hello. What are your pronouns?
I need.
That's how you know. That's how you know society's messed up. There was literally a point in society, guys, where you as a man weren't asked what your pronouns are. Now you're literally getting asked what your pronouns are. It's crazy.
Time to think.
All right. No problem. Anyways,
And I like how he didn't. And I like how he didn't respond. That's funny. Well, he didn't respond the way one would have expected him to. So I give him mad respect for that.
sports, that is the entire purpose of competitive sports. And you just trying to justify your transphobia with the fact of being
Oh, shaming now? You want to shame him now and call him transphobic? Get up out of here, man. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. That's the problem with women in 2022, bro. When they disagree with something, their coping mechanism is shaming men. Stop the shaming. You are? Stop shaming. What are you shaming for?
Let's go! Finally.
of competitive sports. And you just trying to justify your transphobia with the fact of being genetically better. What is it?
Who's it?
Personally, I think they should have their own league. That's just me, though.
In
In all sports.
all sport, like a separate category, and anybody you
Yeah. I think there should be like male, female, trans woman, trans man.
can. So are you? Yeah. Yes, of course.
I do want to say my opinion does not mean I'm transphobic at all.
What does that word even mean?
Backtracking. Okay.
I don't. What does that word even mean? What does that word mean?
What do you mean? What does that word mean?
Well, if I.
What do you mean? What is that?
So if she says to you, if I say to you, what is this? And she says a blah, 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 and I say, what do you mean? They give me the definition. So, like, what is the definition of transphobia?
Transphobia is
Means you're scared of them like spooky spiders. Arachnophobia is when you're scared of spiders. Transphobia is when you don't agree that you should be able to go fucking destroy women in sports. I'm not scared of trans people, and neither is this dude right here with the bomber jacket on. Phobia means like, oh, scary spider. Who the fuck is trans people? Trans people. It just makes no sense.
Literally.
when you exclude trans people. Transphobia is when you do not believe that trans people are really the identity they identify with. Transphobia is hatred towards trans people.
Is hatred towards people, and when you are bots all speak like this. It's like an algorithm.
Identify with.
Identify with.
Transphobia is hatred towards trans people.
Hatred towards trans people.
Transphobia is prejudice against trans people. That's what transphobia is. And thinking that trans athletes should not compete with regular athletes in their own separate league is transphobic.
Okay, so do you need.
Okay, the word regular is triggering, but the word cis is the same
not.
as regular.
Need all three of those criteria
No,
to be met?
No, you don't. No,
You need
don't.
one.
Yes.
So if I believe, I just want to make sure, because you used the term and it's very important that we're all on the same page. So if I believe that a person who was born a man who has not had bottom surgery, who got arrested, should go into a woman's prison, who should not go into a woman's prison, am I a transphobe?
That is a completely different question. And I don't even know your reason.
But it's excluding, though.
No, same shit as sports.
I don't even know your reason for that.
Well, it's So I'm trying to figure out what the word transphobe means.
By asking me a completely hypothetical question when I
No, by
gave
asking
your
you.
definition.
Well, you gave me a definition, but it meets the first one, so that would seem under your definition as
Okay.
transphobic. You have a definition. Okay,
No,
hold
I'm
on,
using
hold
a
on.
Google
Hold on.
definition. Hold on.
Why is she getting triggered by her voice? Come on, man. Stop getting triggered. Get up out of your feelings, shorty.
This pisses me off.
Do you see how?
It's pissing you off because it's not going in the way you wanted it to go, right? Oh my God, it's pissing me off. Get out of your feelings, man.
Okay, now she's pissed off. You see how easy it is to be transphobic? This guy was being respectful the whole time. He was actually trying to listen to these people. I'm getting bored in here by the here. Blah, 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 blah. He's actually there, like, stressing, really trying to hear them out, and already he's transphobic.
We're not using a Google definition.
You have a definition. Okay,
We're
hold
not
on,
using
hold
a
on.
Google definition.
Period. I'm pissed off now.
Hold on. This pisses me off. We're not using a Google definition.
go.
Hold on. We're not using a Google definition to describe transphobia because this is exactly.
So, you're not using a Google. What the fuck definition did you use then? What are you talking about? Okay, chill. Relax. Why are you so mature? If you're a real man, be stoic. Okay, fine. Let's listen to these people, bro. Okay.
Like when you say white people can't be racist and they pull the definition of racism and they're like, oh no, but here it says racism is blah, 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 blah. Google definition can literally not define something that you.
So why don't you define it the way you believe is best? If you don't want to go off of Google definition.
You literally have spent years studying because you're a gender studies major, right?
Look at you tries to shame him. Get up out of here, man.
Not a major, no.
Not a major.
I'm one of the world's foremost experts
World-leading
in
gender studies.
not leading. I'm in the top 10.
Okay, not leading then.
Flex on these hoes, man. Top 10. What's good?
You're not a leading world gender studies, just a gender studies.
You're just a gender studies. Now I'm gonna belittle you. Now I'm pissed off. Cause literally.
But that proves that you've literally studied
Literally.
this. Like this is a field that can be studied.
Not only have I studied it, I've
Yes, I know.
outpublished virtually everybody in my field
Yeah,
in a
but not
10-month
leading.
period.
Yeah, but
True,
not
not
leading.
that's true. That's a fact. That's in fact.
So,
Thank you.
but hold on. But
He's asking for what you think it is, because you're the one who fucking.
She doesn't. That's exactly my point. You don't want to go off of Google definitions, but when you are asked to define it, you don't want to define it. Come on, man.
Started throwing that word around.
that's just you.
Also, iron your shirt. Like, ugh. You see that? Don't walk around with this. Look at that garbage ass shirt. Disgusting. Ew. Your drip sucks.
So
No wonder you're trans. Sorry.
you've spent a lot of your lifetime studying this field. Yes.
No, about 3 years.
Okay, but you spent multiple years studying this field.
Yes.
Would you say it's a complex field?
Yes and no.
So but you published multiple pieces of literature on it. Obviously, it's not a one done thing. If I could just go onto Google and Google does a bunch of different definitions.
If I could just literally,
Then what's the point of studying something? The point of studying something is because it's nuanced, because it's rooted in a lot of history. Google Translate, Webster Dictionary is
Is it falsifiable?
that's not my point right now. That's not my point right now. My point right now is that you cannot take
Google definitions. Just use your feelings.
a cumulative
Exactly.
history of a nuanced topic and put it into one sentence in Webster Dictionary.
Accumulating of world history and put it into Webster Dictionary, please. Stop. Like, what are you talking about right now? What are you saying?
Google Dictionary, I thought.
Google uses Webster.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm going to speak to these two directly.
Okay.
When I called you a transphobe, I meant it. And the reason
Is she doing
When I
a
call you a
poem now?
transphobe, I
I'm
meant
saying
it.
that is because there's an underlying bias towards trans people that you really need to work on. And I'm not saying
What is that?
what is an underlying bias.
Yeah, what do you
You have an underlying bias towards trans people. It doesn't have to work on nothing. What are you talking about, bro?
mean by that?
I mean exactly what I said, that she has an underlying bias. It's
How? What? Just you can't just say. What are you talking about?
not
Some people would rather just try to come across as smart when they don't even know what they're saying, bro. You can't make this up.
very difficult to understand.
Okay, pretend I'm stupid. What does it mean? Like, so when I say I have when someone says they have an underlying bias, that could mean a subconscious bias. It could mean that they don't act out. Like, what does that mean?
Okay. I thought I was
This is a perfect example of why college is a scam. Don't
What's
send
up?
your kids there, and if you're thinking about going to college, don't.
supposed to pretend that you're stupid. Okay, here we
In
go.
other words, explain it in a way that is crystal clear so that anybody watching this will understand.
Okay.
Because we have people watching this of all ages, all everything, who are trying to figure this out for themselves.
Wait,
All right.
I have a question. What the fuck is the point of this? Like, what is the goal of this?
What the fuck is? Now I'm pissed off. Now I'm cursing. It's to have a conversation. It's to try to hear the point of view. You
Real
just want
talk.
to throw in insults. You just want to be pissed off and mad and live in an emotional place. He's going just based off of your arguments, and you can't even handle it. College is a scam.
What is the goal of what?
Yeah, what's the goal of this? Of us talking? Like, what is your goal in doing all of this?
Well, my goal is to figure out if the lines you're on are the lines that you should be on the basis of the.
Why is she standing like that? Have you ever stood like this? This is a bot stance right now. She was holding that for 5 seconds. Watch her, watch her, watch her, watch her, watch her. When have you ever been in a conversation and just did this and held it? Ready? Hold on. I want to do it too.
To figure out if the lines you're on are the lines that you should be on the basis of the reasons you have.
So you don't even care about, like, adding to the narrative, understanding social consciousness, or, like, social feelings towards this question. You just want to know if we get the facts straight enough to be on the correct line.
No, it has nothing to do with fact. Well, it's a little to do with fact, but it doesn't really have to do with facts. It has to do with reasoning.
So you're just curious on individual reasoning.
I'm curious to know. So let's say, for example, I was standing here in the neutral, and I heard these reasons, and I heard this reasons, and let's just say, to the best extent possible, I'm sincere, I'm honest, I try to think for myself. I'm not really well read, but I'm a little well read. I listen to what you have to say. I listen to what they have to say. Where should I go? I have no dog in the fight. I'm trying to figure out what's true.
Us trying to convince each other, like, what is your goal? Because right now, because I don't know what you're adding to like the social.
Absolutely nothing. I'm adding nothing.
So then, why are you like? Because like this question.
This is why college is a scam. You see these goofy bots like raising it, bro. She's literally right next to you. Just wait for her to finish speaking. You're not.
Real
they don't
talk.
know how to communicate in real life. They only know how to talk in a classroom.
Just opens up the floor for like.
That's a fact. Like, you could tell if they knew how to communicate in real life, based off of their interactions, they wouldn't be getting so triggered, right? It's ridiculous, bro.
Transphobic people to spread transphobic rhetoric. So like, why would you do that? Like, what is the point of this? Why would you risk adding transphobia to the world when like you just like didn't need to?
So do you think these questions are better off not talked about?
No,
Is
I think
Is transphobia not in the world already? Please, like, you cannot make this up. Is transphobia not in the world already? Like, what are you talking about?
they should be better facilitated.
How could they better be facilitated than exactly what he's doing? He's being so rational, so calm, being genuine. You're raising your voice. You're getting pissed off. You're cursing. He's there just trying to figure it out and get the most blanket arguments, and you're getting triggered.
What could I do to facilitate the question better?
Well, have a clearer goal in mind. Like I've asked you, like, what's your goal? Your goal is just nothing. Like, no one's going to convince a transphobic person that trans women should be able to compete in sports. If they were going to be convinced of that, should have already been convinced by that. It's been a big topic. Clearly, I'm not going to change my mind because I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, like.
So why did you come on here? You're mad at the question. Why the fuck did you stand here?
Be transphobic real quick. Like, you don't have a good goal.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you convinced that her definition of transphobia is, like, to say that the exclusion thing was the thing that got me?
Like, if her definition of transphobia is correct?
No, it can be anything anybody wants it to be. It can be a pastrami sandwiches if someone wants it to be.
I feel like.
Could you
rephrase your question?
Yeah, so she gave 3 criteria.
It could be a pastrami sandwich if someone wanted it to be.
Anybody
Did you literally just say that? Now I'm gonna be mad.
can define anything the way they want to define it.
Anyone could.
No.
They can't define anything
You
they want
can't
to.
define it as a pastrami sandwich. That's a joke. Like, that's literally a joke. Like, I'm sorry, that's a joke.
So is a joke when it comes to being transphobic. So is a joke when it comes to being trans. Real talk.
Okay, why? But why is me declaring myself as a woman, like, what's the difference? Your shit probably looks like a pastrami sandwich down there. I don't get what the joke is.
Anybody can define anything the way they want it. There's no.
No, that's not how words work. Words have meaning.
But
Words have meaning. But then you can declare my truth and my identity.
If words have meaning, then what's the definition? That's a word, or those are words, and they have meanings. But when he tried to bring up the Webster Dictionary version, you tried to display it like he didn't know what he was talking about. Come on. Let's not make this up.
For your gender?
I tried to look it up in Google, and you told her that wasn't
Exactly.
how to adjudicate the meanings of words.
Did I not just say that? Come on, family. Let's get it.
My point in that was that
My point in that-
definitions
I said something.
cannot adequately describe and explain such a nuanced topic. I didn't say it can't be defined. I just said that Google definitions wasn't going to have a.
Who does give the right definition then? Which definition is correct? How can we?
Hold on. And I don't think there's ever the most concrete definitions when it comes to nuanced topics. However, you can't just be defining words.
However?
And you know that first.
But you can't define words, but who declares? You could declare your gender, but not words? Why?
There, colloquially, things mean things. And colloquially, we all know what that shit means. You cannot describe it as
Colloquially?
a pastrami sandwich. There is very clear parameters that you can work within. You might disagree on specific nuances, but the overall, like, you can't just describe anything as anything. Words have meaning for a reason.
Like man and woman.
Yeah, trans women are women.
Oh!
Like, I don't. See, you keep trying to get people like, caught up. What is your point? Like, what is your point?
Why are you getting mad that your logic
What is your
makes no
point?
sense?
What is your
Like, this
point?
is kind of a joke. Because you could just said,
I know your point. You just want to try to catch us in a contradiction, and you have literally no reason
I'm triggered that you caught me making no sense. This is bad because now you're exposing how my logic is faulty.
to be doing this whatsoever.
Yeah.
You're trying to prove a gotcha. Ooh, you have no idea what you're talking about, silly liberals and your silly trans people.
Yeah. It worked. That's why you blurred your face out.
Instead of just not being a dick.
How is he being a dick? You were saying he was phobic. You were saying he was saying, what the fuck are these questions? I'm pissed off. He was just holding a mic. Chat, if he's a dick, oh my, what am I?
I know you guys are like,
Look at him sticking to the plan, just running back and forth with the mic. He's like, oh, whoa, this is good content.
what's the point of it? My point for coming over here and participating in this is because I'm very open-minded and I like hearing other people's points of views, and I'm not very, I don't just shut people down when they have an opinion and start calling them names. I'm not here to promote transphobia at all. That does not say, are you trans?
Yo, W5% over here. It used to be 8%. Now my female audience is 5%. But these are not, I'm trying not to circle him, but two white footballs right here.
It's going to eventually end up going down and going back up. Trust and believe me, Sneak. I feel where you're coming from, bro.
It's always the threes that are on this side.
Phobic or not. In no way am I transphobic. I'm just stating my opinion, trying to have an equally conversation of a debate where we can just say how we feel.
They've been so rational the whole time. Look at this fucking bitch raising her hand again like it's a classroom. Let her finish. Ugh.
And move on with our lives. I don't think anyone should be attacking anyone.
Who do you think, chat, who do you think is more likely to have W for them and L for the trans people? Who's more likely to have a boyfriend and be in a happy relationship? The W's or the L's?
The W's for sure.
More likely to be in a happy relationship with a man.
Did you agree with what she said?
Oh, absolutely.
You want to add or
They're going to be in a happier relationship because they know their roles. They know how society is supposed to be functioning. You know.
no? That's okay too.
No, but I think people's emotions get really heightened during topics like this. That's all.
Yeah.
Just because emotions are heightened doesn't mean points shouldn't be listened to, because I see both of you, none of
Say it louder for the trans in the back.
you are listening to our points. You're turning to each other, you're whispering, you're laughing, and I see both of you. Don't make that face, because I literally see what you're doing. I'm not an idiot. And second of all,
You are an idiot. And also, look how you're attacking, and they've just been like, I just want to talk. I just want to have a conversation. Like, they come to attack. Woke people are the worst at having civil discussion. They're incapable of it. They're told that they're supposed to listen just based off their first emotion. They're told that they can't be wrong. Everyone else is phobic. Everybody else is racist.
Facts.
I'm good. I'm right. And they're incapable of even talking with.
You notice in situations like this, people like this, they tend to use shaming as their coping mechanism, you know? And it's sad. It's really sad.
Without getting triggered. This is why college is a scam.
well, I can probably just describe transphobia, because
Do you not agree with her definition?
Oh, I completely agree. I'm just adding to it. So, transphobia is systemic. There is a system set in place to put trans people down, to kill them, to put them in prison, and to completely eradicate them.
Period.
And in your agreeing or in your disagreement with trans women, not being able to compete in
Someone said, why are the ugly ones the most angry? Because they're ugly. And so instead of being ugly, instead of accepting and trying to improve, they just pick trans, they pick woke, and they pick the moral right. Men are bad bitches are evil and programmed and they're phobic. Ugly bitches need to be feminists. Ugly bitches need to be trans and woke instead of just being ugly. That's why they're so angry. Because deep down, it's not really about the system, the systemic problems. They're just upset with their life. They're not in happy relationships. They're annoying to be around. They don't have a personality besides their beliefs that are really just fucking simple and everybody else in college has. And they're jealous of the fact that these bad bitches on the other side, those blonde girls, are probably in happy relationships. They don't get triggered. They don't have time to do that. They're just happy and smiling. They probably got good boyfriends.
women's sports is boosting that systemic idealism. And when I say that you're a transphobe, that's something in yourself that you do need to work on, because that
Can you define that?
What is a transphobe?
What, underline?
No, that I got from what you said. I thought your explanation was excellent. A transphobe, because I got
Yeah, what's
her
a transphobe?
definition. What's yours?
Transphobe is what I said. So transphobe is someone that is adding to a system to put other trans individuals down, whether it be conscious or unconscious. There's some sort of bias that you definitely do need to work through and actually listen to something we're saying. It doesn't matter.
Can you stop using definition, or can you stop using the same word in the definition? He asked you to define transphobe or transphobic. Don't use trans and transphobic. Make it actually make sense.
If we're getting heightened in emotion because we're passionate about something, that should make you want to listen more, and it shouldn't make you
No, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. The fact that you can't handle your emotions, I should just listen more to your garbage.
smirk and act like, oh my goodness, you contradicted yourself, la 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 la.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So you strongly agree. You're cheating, you're off the line, but that's okay. You're strongly agree, and you're strongly agree. What would it take you to move to the agree line?
Nothing.
Let me go for. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 because I haven't. Yeah.
You asked me this already, and I told you nothing.
Okay.
You literally?
What would it take you to
asked
move
me
to the
this,
agree
and I
line?
told you nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. Told you.
Absolutely nothing. Would you say absolutely nothing or
Yeah,
nothing?
absolutely nothing.
I just said what I had to say. Okay.
That's why they blurred out their faces.
I would be willing to.
Because they walked away, or they probably emailed afterwards and realized they sounded stupid. These people have no conviction. They'll get in and be emotional and say that you need to learn from me, but they can't even finish a video without requesting their face be blurred. No, like, they just act based on emotion. And when you do afterwards, when you calm down, you realize how dumb you sounded.
Revise my opinion with, new information that comes out, new studies, new statistics saying if there is actually a true advantage that trans women have over cis women in sports. But as of right now, there's nothing that is prominent, like as in what we know, that would change my position right now.
Literally?
Why do you think you should be the one to facilitate this conversation when you don't even care about sports?
I know nothing about
Yeah,
sports.
so you don't care about sports. So
That's such a stupid question. She's just mad now. The overall debate is not about sports. It's about who should compete in sports. You don't even know who the Seahawks are to decide and to know that men are stronger than women. That's a dumb argument you just made.
why?
Real talk.
Well,
You're not ready for
that's
that.
not
Do you
entirely
do you
true.
care about trans women and trans
Well, wait a
women's
second.
rights?
Let me answer your question first. I actually happen to know a lot about one sport, but it's a very fringe sport.
But you don't care about sports. Sports.
Correct. I don't care about any sports with a
Literally sports.
ball.
Do you care about trans women?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Do you care about trans women and trans women issues? And
Like,
protecting-
give me
and-
what do you mean?
And protecting trans women. What do you mean? What do I mean?
Bruh.
It's a straightforward question. Do you?
That's actually not a straight.
Yeah,
You're not
do
the per-
you-
you're
do
not
you
the person
care
that's being-
about trans women.
You're not the
Do
interviewer.
you care about the issues they face? Do you care about being a good ally to trans women? Do you care about trans women?
I was up with you until you used the word ally. I care about. So the answer to the first question is yes, and the answer
But
to
you're
the
not an ally
second
to
question,
trans women.
it depends what you mean.
It depends on what I mean by ally.
Yes.
What do you think ally means? As someone who's I'm not a leading
Someone who's fighting in a war together.
top, so maybe you don't know what ally means, but someone in the field. What do you think ally means?
So let me just say, often we use words that we think we know what other people
I know
mean
what
by
the
that.
word ally means. I'm asking
Right,
ally
right.
because allies, an easy word to understand. Ally means
At your biblical age, are you
55.
biblical? Are you telling
Okay, you see how they're just insulting right now? your biblical age. That's all they got. Bitch, your shirt needs ironing. You're ugly. You're wearing a beanie in the summer and a hat. You got no drip. No guy wants
At your biblical age, what does that have to do with anything, bro?
you. You're trans because you're ugly. Fuck out of here.
What do you mean biblical?
It means you're older than the Bible. Do you really not know what
Not that old.
Do you really not know what ally?
Biblical. All right,
It
bro.
depends what you mean. If
She just tweeted at him in real life. She was loading that up when they were in that conversation. I'm gonna get him with that. At your biblical age, I'm being passive aggressive. Take your fucking beanie off, bitch.
you mean different people mean different things by ally.
Then come back to me.
Like it doesn't mean somebody
I'm
willing
asking
to.
you- I'm asking you, what do you think? Like, what's your definition of ally?
Okay,
What?
I'm more than happy. Yes, I will
Answer my
answer that
question.
question. We'll go back to the claim. You have my word. I will answer that question. So I'm just going to wrap up. You have my word. So you guys, there's nothing to get you to change your mind, and absolutely nothing. I want to make sure clear. Is there anything that would get you two to move to the slightly, either to the strongly disagree or to the slightly disagree? Like, is there any piece of evidence that you would have to hear or reason or argument?
I think I would definitely be open to changing my opinion or even just hearing other people out.
W5% right now. She's being understanding. She's not being a cunt. Looking nice and just being a nice girl.
Real
So
talk.
what would it look like for you to move to, you have to play by the rules of the game, which means you have to stand on a line. Yeah. So what would it take for you to move to the slightly disagree? Evidence, reason, data, like what would that look like?
I'm not sure, but I would like to note that I think for a trans woman to compete in women's sports, she has a biological advantage. And then for a trans man to compete in men's sports, she has a biological disadvantage. So I'm just want to make that point that I do think that's something.
I mean, they are like very blueprint snow buddies right here, head to toe in H&M with the Starbucks,
Real talk.
going right to class, the blonde, the da. She plays lacrosse. She's very waspy.
Thing to consider. And
They don't fuck with me. These bitches never liked me. So I'm saying W5%. I know damn well she would never fuck with me.
I don't agree
I don't, you know what? We got nothing to talk about, me and her.
with
Real talk.
attacking people personally, whether it's that he's old or that I'm sitting here smiling. I don't think that anything to do with this conversation has to do with how you treat other people. And if you're going to sit here and say you accept all people, then you need to sit here and accept all people.
I did not say I accept all people. I don't accept bigots. I don't accept race.
See how dumb this is? She's like,
I don't accept bigots. I don't accept racists, but you want people to accept trans people? You don't accept all people, but you want us to accept trans people. What are trans people, bro?
victimizing herself by saying, no one
Come on, man. You want us to... Come on, man.
accepts me, and then also saying, I don't accept all people.
Sis, I
Get
don't-
up out of here, man.
Yeah, old people like you because you're an ass. I accept older people who
You're
are.
an ass? Like, what? Then leave the fucking game, dummy. Why are you standing on the line participating and all you got is insults? All you got is like basic low-level tweets that get hidden anyway. You're just basically like a ratio NBA YoungBoy trans version in real life.
Open-minded like my parents per se who are actually older than you, and I accept people who are willing to actually open their minds up.
Yo, thanks a lot, Trevor. Trevor in the chat right now. He just gave $100. After this, you should watch If I Were the Devil by Paul Harvey. It was made in 1965 and it's all true. It's only 3 minutes long. Put in my Discord link in the description. That's where I put all my reaction videos. I got a lot more reaction videos for today. So put it there and I'll click it maybe tomorrow or maybe later today. We'll see.
I'm very open-minded. Okay.
So you accept you're accepting of people who are willing to open their minds, but yet you are not willing to open your mind.
Yeah,
for
that's
evidence
Exactly.
to take you to
the
go-
biggest hypocrisy in the woke movement is that they are victimizing themselves, saying that no one accepts me, and then also are the least accepting people. They're the most inclusive while complaining. They're the most exclusive while complaining about how there's no inclusivity. I hate that, bro. I hate that
the
shit.
agree line.
I'm not willing to open my mind to be a bigoted piece of shit. No.
See, they think they're right because anyone who disagrees with them is a bigoted piece of shit, is an ass, is biblical.
Yep.
Anyone who does not have the same opinion as you is a bigoted.
Oh, word.
In women's sports has transphobic beliefs. Point blank, period.
Okay.
Trans women,
Chat, WL, should trans women be able to compete in women's sports? W means yes, L means no. You're all fucking transphobic bigots, according to this bitch, standing with their guitar. WRL, should trans women compete in women's sports?
Are women. Therefore, they compete in women's sports. Like, that's really just like the end of conversation. Like, there's really no like, oh.
See, they don't want to listen. They don't want to have any conversation. They're stuck in their ways. You know what? And you see all these L's. You see all these L's? This bitch took an L because she couldn't even fucking put her face in it.
She couldn't
They
even.
think they're so right. They're saying that anybody who disagrees with them is a bigoted piece of shit, and they can't even put their fucking face in it.
Exactly.
No, they cannot speak with conviction. They're fraud.
They can't speak with conviction because they're too emotional. When you can't speak with conviction because you're too emotional, that just goes to show who you truly are. You know? And it is what it is. It is what it is.
Odds. If you're gonna yell and have insults the whole time, and then
You better be ready to back it up. You better be ready to back it up without getting emotional.
to even put your face in it. Shut the fuck up. And everyone here saying L, chat, you know that all of you are transphobic? Every single one of you is transphobic. You're all bigoted pieces of shit. You're all assholes, just like me. What's up, assholes? Hey, what's up, my bigots? What's up, my biggers? Shut up.
Like, you know, like the boys and then the girls and the testosterone. No, like it's all based in transphobia. So it's not about like me believing in facts. It's not about me listening to the research. It's literally just called like, I'm saying this line because I refuse to be transphobic. Also, you never answered my question.
See how dumb they are? They have their opinions because they just don't want to be called transphobic. That's as far as the argument goes.
I promise you I will.
Look at all the L's in the chat. Goofy censored bitches. Look how dumb you sound. Yelling insults the whole time. Too pussy to put your face in. I can still roast you anyway. You're a 3. You're a 4. You're not in happy relationships, obviously because of the way you sound. And everyone, there's 11,000 people watching the stream right now on a Saturday night. All of them are saying L to your arguments. How the fuck you feel?
Oh, answer it.
I
Incel.
promise you have my word, but I just because if I do this, we'll go down a rabbit hole. I promise you, the moment this is over, you have my word.
I want to talk to you about
This is crazy.
biology.
Who them?
Yes, these two.
I want to say one thing real quick, guys. Look at how one argument literally caused so many people to get emotional. Literally. Look how one word literally caused somebody to get so many people to get very emotional.
The one that's on her phone and not actually paying attention to me because she doesn't respect me.
You were calling him transphobic, and now you're mad at respect. You see how they make absolutely no
Exactly.
sense? Yeah, because you're on your phone, you don't respect me. You were just insulting them. Shut the fuck up.
Through it.
So, no, because I deserve to be respected.
No, you don't. You do not deserve respect. You've been yelling insults the whole time. This is another
And you got to
biggest
earn
contradiction
respect.
in the woke movement.
And you got to earn respect.
They demand respect without thinking they have to earn it.
Real talk.
They can be.
You got to earn respect. Talking about I deserve respect. Get up out of here. That's entitlement. That's the problem. Entitled.
Garbage people yell at insults, say like NBA YoungBoy Twitter account level insults. You're biblically old. Shut up. And then
Get up out of here, man. Get up out of here with the insults. Get up out of here with the disrespect. And then you want to be respected. Life doesn't work like that, sweetheart. For two people that literally couldn't even show their face in the camera, bro. Get up out of here.
when you don't want to listen to them, you're not even respecting me. You're transphobic. You were
Get
just
up outta
saying
here.
ass, bigoted piece of shit. You're fat. You have an ugly shirt. You're wearing a beanie in the summer. You got zero drip. You're trans because you're ugly. And you've just been insulting the whole time and demand respect. This is the woke brainwashing. They feel like they deserve respect and they don't have to earn it. You have
Real
to
talk.
earn respect.
Yeah, facts.
Simple facts that Gen Z does not understand, and most woke people will never get through their fucking trans skull. Fuck.
You gotta earn that
Paid
shit.
attention to.
Excuse my
No,
language.
I will not take that blatant disrespect. Absolutely not. You want to bring up biology, right? I hope you know there's more than just XX and XY chromosome variations. There are XXXY, there are XXY, and actually a black woman.
Hey, now you want to bring race into it. But let's talk about XXY and XXXY. How many of those other variations survive onto the next level and actually are born?
Another wild trans appeared.
Who is biologically female.
Yo, I feel bad for her right here. She's like, oh God, this is who this is my side?
Has XXXY chromosomes and then was banned from playing sports in the women's category. Although
Which sport?
it was track and field. Although she is a cisgender woman born with anatomically female bodily organs, she was said that there was a biological advantage. So are you saying that anyone born with a different chromosomal variation, even though they are cis, are not allowed to compete in sports either?
I'm gonna ask you.
Wait, no, go to them. She asked him a direct question.
Oh, wait, wait a second.
She asked him
Where did you come from? Who are you? Wait a second. Who are you? Where did you come from? Where did the woman who was right there stand? Where did she go?
She had to go. Go answer the question. I'm next.
Oh, we are?
That's so convenient.
It is. Well, talk to your school. Talk to your school. They're making us leave. Talk to her right there.
I actually don't want this to come back. So
Okay.
I will not be speaking
All right.
about this. Because like I said, this is a joke. You don't care about trans women.
Okay, where
This is a joke, but this bitch sat here for 40 minutes.
being asked to wrap up. We have to wrap up. We have to wrap up.
I can just keep talking a little bit further.
Okay, just keep on talking then. No one wants to listen to you. I can just keep talking. Who the fuck cares what you think?
You can. I can't. This is your. I didn't want this to end. This is the boss.
Taken off, please.
This is the boss.
And
She's gonna still stand on the line. No one cares about you. Woke
Cannot make
people,
this
man.
up.
They're funny, man. Hey, yo, you funny, yo. Yeah, I know I'm calling you ugly and shit like that. No. I'm supposed to like have higher level, more stoic, just go at their arguments. Okay, fine. But the bottom line is like, you guys are goofy. You're goofy. I demand respect. Respect has to be earned. You don't just get it. You can't just be insulting. You can't just stand there with a wrinkly ass shirt and expect people to love you because you're trans. You gotta earn it. Gen Z woke people think that by being a minority, they, them, trans, with identity politics, that they could just earn respect because of how much of a fucking oppressed minority they are.
That's not how it works, unfortunately. You gotta earn that. You see what I'm saying? Guys, we're gonna move on to the next video. Guys. This looks like a guy that basically dressed up as a girl to sneak into the girls' basketball tournament. So this goes along with what we're talking about. I'm not saying he's trans. I don't think he's trans. I think this is a joke, but trans women playing in women's sports.
Don't break my nail. Raise the roof! Let's go, girls! One v one. I want it right now. Bye bye. Bye bye.
We decided you made the team, and you're going to be playing this weekend with our team.
Oh my! 1, 2, 3. Jayla.
So this baller goes by the name of Drifty J, and I'm not quite sure how he did it, but he got some tryouts.
I'm gonna tell you how I think Drifty J did it. I think it's because he probably doesn't have facial hair. And I'm not trying to shame him, or he probably cut off his facial hair, you feel what I'm saying? And just wore a wig. I bet you if I were to do the same thing, I'm not saying I would, but I'm saying if I were to do the same thing, I probably would be able to go along with it too.
For an AAU girls basketball team. He said he did it by disguising himself as a girl. I think it's pretty obvious that he's not a girl. Having said that, these days people would be too scared to say anything, because if you do say something, then it's offensive or you're a bigot. I'm guessing he knows the coach or something. Yep. What you just saw was him trying out. He actually got to play an official game apparently, and this is how it ended.
I'm about to literally make history. Time to go for 30. Oh my God, Cuddy.
Dynasty on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Dynasty! Don't break my nail.
I got it!
Yeah. Raise the roof!
I did it!
She's little! She's little! Oh. You're not doing that again. Good pass. Yeah, we outside. Shout out whole team hoops.
Technical. I'm not worrying you no more.
Okay, I'll take it on the end. I'm gonna hang on the end, guys.
Player number 1.
High school? Yeah. St. Francis?
Oh my God!
I just transferred in.
This is a great video. Shout out to Drifty J, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't doing it for this reason. But this is just yet another example as to why it'd be ridiculous to allow biologically born men to compete with women in sports. The reality is this would happen most of the time in most sports if men competed with women. And it's happened before.
I keep hearing about how biological men don't have any physical strength advantage over women in 2019. So watch me destroy the British women's deadlift record without trying. P.S. I identified as a woman whilst lifting the weight. Don't be a bigot.
So that guy you just saw
Don't be
breaking
a
a women's
bigot.
record is a rapper from England called Zuby, and he literally just did that to prove a point. And there's women complaining about this as well. Don't get it confused. There's a lot of women that don't like this. You probably all heard about the swimmer as well.
At the University of Pennsylvania, where a transgender swimmer is smashing records in the U.S. women's competition. Lia Thomas, who competed as a man as recently as 2019, finishing one race a full 38 seconds ahead of the closest rival.
Now, it actually says swimming's well-governing body, FINA, has voted to bar transgender women from elite female competitions if they experience any part of male puberty. That's completely fair. People who don't want to accept that are just not in reality.
Wondering if you hate men. Why do you hate men? You reckon men get paid more than women?
Yeah.
Why is that?
There's no reason. It's sexism.
Sexism?
It's a patriarchy.
You reckon that's true?
Yeah.
It's based on experience, and working less hours obviously plays a factor.
If someone works less hours, of course they get paid less.
Exactly.
You're gaslighting.
Gaslighting.
All right, so hearing the truth is apparently gaslighting these days.
I feel so bad because I done lied to this man about my body count. I told his ass.
All right, before we get into her body count situation, right? The reality is that we live in a society which basically is predicated off of, how do I say this? Lies and deceit, but not really lies and deceit in this situation, but it's just the fact that you as a man cannot be honest with women without getting some type of how do they say it? Without getting some type of like negative feedback or whatever. The reality of the situation is that women hate men now in 2022 because they want to be like men. You want to be strong and independent and do your own thing, but you don't realize that when you get pregnant, when you have kids, you're not working. You generally want to work less hours, and then you get mad because you don't get paid equal to a man. The thing is that when women want to, bro, they want to be treated as men, but when they also want to be treated as ladies, bro. You got to pick and choose which one you want. Anyway, let's continue.
I only got 7. Just multiply that shit by 12, bro.
Fellas, a girl's never going to tell you her real body count, so there's no point asking her. And also, it's a bit of a weird question to ask someone.
Now imagine the reaction.
It's not a weird question to ask a woman about her body count, bro, because you want to know if you're dealing with a woman that is for the streets or if you're dealing with a loyal woman, a woman that's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that in certain situations you might not even have to ask. She's probably gonna expose it by the way she acts. So it is what it is.
If I posted that.
Another thing as well, too, I want to say this one thing because people fail to realize these things, bro. By her going out into the public on TikTok, by her going on social media and exposing her body count to TikTok instead of telling her man, that just goes to show you that she cares more about the people than cares about the person who she's with. Real talk. She's a red flag, walking red flag.
This is how bad I was at sex the first time. The first time I ever had sex.
Yesterday?
Glad you remember.
Now, to be fair, both of them killed it. That was a good heckle and a good response. This looked like it was filmed back in a time where people weren't offended by every tiny little thing.
Joe links Digger. First day, they'll climb.
Of course I would.
So for the people that don't understand this, Digger D is a UK rapper, and them boys are asking those girls would they smash on the first date if they met him. And they're all just like, yep. Somebody's daughters. That look was like, shit, I thought we were just having fun. Or just because you did it don't mean I'm doing it. And if he's thinking a second thought, that's the right way to think. Don't go getting a tattoo of a girl just because she's done it, bruv. That's her problem, her decision. Happened to me, one of my girlfriends got her name tattooed on her wrist, and no, I didn't ask her to do it. I'd never ask someone to do that. I was literally just chilling with her. I looked down, I see my name on her wrist. I'm like, what the fuck is that? She said, because I wanted to. And I said to her, I was like, don't think that I'm going to do it just because you did it. And don't think that's going to keep hold of me. That was your decision, and now it's your problem.
Misandry is a made-up concept by terrible men.
If misandry is made up, what about this?
What about misogyny?
Drop a hot take. Men are trash.
Or what about this?
Let's discuss the fragile male ego.
Also this.
Today I ruined a man's day, and it was the best feeling ever.
Oh, some evil demonic women, bro.
And lastly, can't forget about this.
Men just being men are inevitably gonna be trash.
But yeah, I mean, I guess misandry's just totally made up.
Gotcha, bitch.
Would you rather fight a chicken every time you get in your car, or would you rather fight a lion once a year? You gotta get back in the car.
Exactly. You versus a lion?
You have no faith in me.
You're really thinking you can beat a lion?
I'm gonna try the best I can.
That doesn't matter.
No, because you might die from a chicken too, like those pegs. Those pegs.
That's how you know she's delusional. You have a better chance of surviving against a chicken than a lion. A lion will literally maul you to death.
Huh? Like, you might hurt yourself, or they might hurt you.
What are we talking about?
Every time you get in the car, boom, boom, chicken. Yeah, y'all are grown men. Maybe y'all can fight off a chicken. Have you fought a chicken?
I can't fight no one can fight off a lion. We're grown men, and we said no to the lion.
Once a year. I could be training that whole time to fight this lion.
You ever been to the zoo? Who do you think you are? Hey, they don't hold chickens behind glass panes in bars.
But you know, like the geese at the ponds, how they chase people, they're not friendly. So what makes you think chicken are friendly?
I don't care how friendly it is. It's not a lion.
Okay, some lions can be friendly though too.
It's a dumb fucking question, but the answer's even dumber. Darling, you would not have a chance against the lion. Zero chance. None of us would.
No.
Bye, bitch.
Look at this ungrateful ass shit, dog. I bought a big birthday cake for her birthday, some little orchid flowers and shit. I got rent to pay. I ain't got it right now. I can't give you goddamn $300 when I got rent to pay. I got a light bill. You feel me? Boom. But when I come back, when I get it, I was gonna get it to her. Boom. This is what the bitch do. Ungrateful, bitch. Ungrateful.
Now, if this is true and the guy's generally being treated like shit by his girlfriend and she's done all that, then fellas, you can't feel bad for yourself. You just got to get out of them types of relationship. Don't even bother. There's guys that will keep going back, keep trying, feeling sorry for themselves, get manipulated into thinking it's their fault. Just fucking dead it. No one deserves to be treated like a prick.
If she's upgraded, she's getting with Matt, and that's an upgrade.
Now, what I heard there was if she's getting with Matt and that's an upgrade, suggests to me that she's already got a guy called Matt. And now she's found this new guy who's an upgrade and she's just gonna ditch Matt. Now, if that's the case, then that means she's cheating. And if she cheats,
she belongs to the streets.
That's crazy. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the next video. Hold on, let me look at this real quick, guys. A lot of good videos to watch tonight. We're going to be watching a video by Awa and Preach, guys.
You said a what? A cheater?
You're a cheater, Daniel. Jesus.
I cheated, but you pushed me to that.
Oh, wow! No disrespect, but I'm gonna just keep it a bug. He sounds like a woman. and I'm not trying to say it to disrespect him, but I'm saying he sounds alike. I didn't say he is a woman. That is the same illogical response a woman would give you, bro, if she wasn't feeling you anymore, bro, and you weren't playing your cards correctly, bro. Now, I'm not saying that she probably did not push him to cheat, but it's like, if a woman is ever going to cause you to want to cheat on her, bro, you might as well break it off. Break it off. Break it up with her. Break up with her. Don't cheat and then think that she's not going to come back and do it to you 10 times harder, bro. Come on, man.
Hi. Hello. Who are you and how do you know each other?
I'm Daniel.
My name's Mackenzie, and we used to date.
Used to. What does that mean?
We're on a break.
You broke up. You broke up. It's okay. It's not because something is broken that you can't fix it. You understand? You broke up. We on a break. No, you're done. You're gonna see a whole lot of tension. 2 motherfuckers on a break. It just means that they're gonna be pissed off if you're gonna see someone else. There's gonna be tension.
Ooh, wait.
Who proposed being on a break?
I feel like that was me.
I disagree. You broke up with me, but I said we should be on a break.
Wow! They can't even agree on who. Girl.
Are you in separate places? You live together?
Separate places.
Yeah.
We were living together, and then I found out some stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. I look at this girl's head and she feels like she should be a cast member on Love and Basketball, the gay edition.
Yeah. No, just Love and Basketball.
Oh, it's just something about the hair and the whole look, the loose t-shirt.
Yeah.
The fucking gold chain.
Yeah.
It just screams like, hey nigga, I got a couple strap-ons.
She did the one thing.
Slipped my mind.
The one thing
to
I
tell
didn't want her to do. In high school, she dated my best friend, my best guy friend, and then they broke up. And then we got together, obviously, for the past couple years now. I found out that they had, like, got together. And that's, like, the worst thing for me is, like, going back to an ex, I feel like is a big deal.
You went to break up with her and you mad she went back with an ex? Wait, hold on, wait, what the fuck? Bring it back. She was dating him before, then y'all got together, and now you mad she went to go date the ex. Nigga.
So we on a break.
Oh, no. We in a hot mess. This is BP oil spill, the oceans, the birds are dying.
Yeah. What happened to that girl?
No, what's killing me
What's killing
is that she mad that her girl did what she did to her friend.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He was dating the white girl.
No, yeah.
Okay. They break up.
Yeah.
She slides in with her best friend's ex. You understand?
I see what you're saying. Okay, because the thing is, because that's not a problem to me.
But take yourself out of it.
Yeah.
I want you to pay attention.
Yeah.
She went with her best friend's ex.
Yeah.
They date for multiple years. They break up.
And she went back to him. So
and now she's mad.
She's mad because she did. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is exactly why you cannot eat your cake and have it at the same time. If you're dealing with somebody who you know has cheated before with somebody else, don't expect them to be loyal to you. Like, come on, buddy. Like, what are you thinking, man?
I see what you're saying.
The audacity.
You can all the way be fucked up now. Yes, because that's the deal breaker. Did what I do. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Take yourself out of there, Eric. Yeah.
Listen, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know why you friends are dating these people. This, whatever.
That's a whole ass mess.
Square triangle you guys are involved in, this Bermuda nonsense.
Those are a lot of faces.
Walk away.
Who do you think is having the harder time with this break, me or you?
Me.
Yeah, she looks all the way crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She said me with her entire body.
Me?
She engaged her core muscles,
Oh, yeah.
flexed her
Yeah,
biceps,
yeah.
got her traps involved, and went, me?
It's the pink hair.
What?
We still live together, even in separate rooms. I don't want to think about you bringing somebody into a place that we got together. I personally wouldn't be able to do that. That's why for me, like on a break or on an open relationship or whatever, I can't talk to someone like you talk to people. I can't.
Do you want an open relationship? Is that what you're...
I want the open relationship, but it's like, when I try to mess with other people, it's like she's...
I'm gonna say this though, bro. It's too late for that. You should have said that before you cheated, bro. You know what I'm saying?
all into what I'm doing.
No. In an open relationship, my definition of that, and we made the rules, is you go have sex with other people. You don't build a relationship.
She's subjected into.
No, it looks like that's what you want, not what you agreed. You said that, and that's what you wanted. Now, a real open relationship is really much more complex than whatever the fuck you think it is. My definition, it's a definition. It's your parameters, which is whatever. It's your boundaries within that relationship, and that's fine. But an open relationship needs to be more than that, and those boundaries need to be clear. Now, if you don't want him to build a relationship, that's fine. And if he wants to build a relationship, that's also fine. But if you don't agree with that, you should get the fuck out of there. Because that's not your place.
My dude. She gave you the keys to the kingdom and you still want more.
Yeah.
She said, you want to go get some side pussy? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be building up fucking whole ass relationships with these bitches.
Yeah, but...
And you out here talking about, I want to... Stupid. You know what? Listen, I might have called her crazy, but she sounded more coherent and consistent than you.
No, but...
So that means that you shady. That means that you shady.
The thing that happened...
But this is the thing I'm going to preach. I'm going to be real. Just because she said that on camera doesn't mean that she felt like that in real life. They can't always go off of what a woman says. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to pay attention to the behaviors and actions more, bro.
Is that it's not so much that he's shady. It's really just the parameters of what the relationship is or not the same. So, and they just went on that. That's what it is. So if you actually agreed on not building anything with other motherfuckers, then if it's actually true that you actually believe that, then yeah, dude, you're fucking wrong for that.
She sounds less crazy than him.
Just with that statement that she did. But other than that, they both crazy too.
Well, I mean, I could imagine that if I agree to something in a relationship and I find out you're doing the opposite, that might drive me nuts.
And yes, you still stay there?
Sure, there might be some level of insecurity there, but I'm saying he's the one who's driving her there.
I'm mad.
Because he's the one who betrayed the relationship. That's the equivalent of like me being in a relationship with a girl, I cheat on her, and then she starts acting irrational and crazy and getting upset. I'm like, well, I pushed her there.
Yeah.
And I feel like our souls are connected. If we end up breaking up, is there someone you have in mind as your next partner?
Yep.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
No, wasn't this love and basketball bitch just talking about we are soulmates? Like our souls are supposed to be intertwined?
Yeah, but
and she already got the replacement lined up?
No, but that's just the soul. The pussy can do whatever the pussy please. You answered the question.
Yeah. Do you have somebody else lined up? I can't answer. The only reason you can't answer is because the answer is yes.
Do you have someone in mind? Or actually, how many people have you told that you want to be with them?
Okay, you gotta understand that. You see me texting someone saying, like, I wanna be with them. It's not like I wanna be with him.
You are a cheater.
No way those words came out of this motherfucker's mouth. There's no way. There's no way those words came out this motherfucker's mouth with a straight face. And she said, you are a cheater. Damn right, lady. Hey, listen, pig hair, I'm with you.
Apologize for calling you crazy earlier.
Yay. You with a shifty ass motherfucker. Move on.
But
that's dirty. I told you I hate this motherfucker.
I can understand that you're aggravated now.
And you know what? He got that fuckboy haircut too. He got that stupid little mushroom top.
That LeBron, original
I
LeBron.
got the mushroom shirt.
Yeah.
Literally.
I see that.
Yeah, but it's different than having a mushroom. I like psychedelics.
I know you do. You told me about that.
I like psychedelics. He a trip for real, for real.
You said a what? A cheater?
You're a cheater, Daniel. Jesus.
I cheated, but you pushed me to that.
Oh, wow.
Let's finish this.
Whoa. Hey, you know what? You're a wizard, Habba. You called it. Fuck.
Can't make this up.
Boy, you said what you said.
He really said that. Oh my days.
You pushed me?
Oh my days.
No.
This man is dead food.
If you know what, if you cheat, it's not nobody pushed you. You push your dick in that pussy. That's the only pushing that there was.
This is a sickness and it is deviant. Therefore, you don't want it.
I genuinely think that we are like soul-tied humans. I think you like understand me more than anybody ever.
Why we should stay together? It's because we're gonna have the most beautiful children you'll ever see.
Okay, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're back to crazy. You're back to crazy. You're back, right back. Back you were doing good, and then whoop, right back. You see, trust your instinct. Oh, you're dead inside. And you killed.
All of us having some deep thought. That's funny. That's actually funny. I don't know how you think you can have beautiful children with somebody who has been cheating on you. I'm not saying that you can't. You can't, but come on, man. You really want to do that to yourself and become even more effed up?
Killed Abba. That's what you did. The craziness killed Abba. And I said crazy, and I felt it, and I was like, oh yeah, when you said that, oh, there's a lot of undertones in that shit. That sounds weird. Like, you know what I mean? It's all weird. Yeah. Got flashbacks of people I know that act like that, and
My bad.
Have you fallen out of love with me?
Fuck.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Have you fallen out of love with me?
I don't think I could. I tried.
I tried too. I was so mad at you. I am petrified of stuff with your ex. I've always been, you know what I mean? So I think that it's just gonna take me like calming down just a little.
you're done. Stop. You're done. You're done. You're fucking done. This shit killed you right there. You're brain dead, and that's the only video that we're gonna do for now, because you're dead. She killed you. She fucking killed you. The minute she said that, you went brain dead. Right now, you're staring in the nothingness, and that's what it is. Yeah. All right. There's not much insight in that video, except the fact that if you decide to take a break, usually it's a bad idea. All right? Break it off or work it out, or just don't.
Real talk.
For the person that was crazy, it's fucking crazy. We're gonna have them crazy counseling, mental health. That's pretty much it. I don't have much to say about that. Was it entertaining? It was exactly what the fuck I thought it was, and it is what it is. Tell us what you think. Would you break up with the ex, or would you just take a break? Are you the take a break type?
Nah, we end it.
Or the break it or work it out? Let us know, right? That's all for today. Anything to say? Didn't think so. All right. Yeah, buddy, let's go. You have to go take a nap. You're done. You're. Oh shit. All right. All right.
He had his own partner leaving.
See you later, bud.
Is that the end? Yeah, that's the end. All right. Let's see, guys. I actually want us to watch a couple more videos real quick. Let's watch this video real quick. So apparently, a man by the name of Nick Burrs went to D Block, which is through Dennis's hood.
Man, look, everybody been looking at me like I'm a hothead, I'm the bad guy. But you don't even know, boy. I'm the one who saved you. I'm the reason why you got out of there safely, bro. Cause listen, my brothers, him and him back there, they were ready to gas you, bro.
Hey, bro, you know what?
I saved you, bro. I ain't want nobody touching you. I told them nobody put their hands on you, no nothing, bro. I really saved you.
Then you can see in the video, bro, you holding.
I'm holding everybody back. I'm grabbing them, letting everybody keep their composure. You feel me? But y'all on the net trying to paint me like I'm just the bad guy,
Hey, look. You the one who saved Nick from getting pummeled. But this man right here, is the one who saved D Block whole
Yeah,
legacy.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Hey, look, imagine if he wouldn't have never drove through. We would have got on.
You would have had bro. He would have had a field day out there. You feel me?
Hey, look, even though it was one of those 6ix9ine moments, like, don't nobody go out there. It ain't even on it. Like, it would have been, we wouldn't have knew he was out there, and he would have dropped the video, and we would have been like, what the fuck?
oh God.
You feel
Bro,
me?
what y'all don't know, we can't even go to our hood, bro. You feel me? We
So,
ain't even supposed to be out there. Luckily, I rolled through, bro.
Bro, look, next day, after Nick left, nigga, I went to the hood, and police told me, dude, now you know you ain't supposed to be out here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna spare you right now. You come back out here, you going to jail.
Oh God,
you feel
bro.
me?
Like, God.
I'm like, what?
But I just want to come on here and speak my piece and like tell y'all what really happened, what went down.
I'm actually kind of curious though. Like, why isn't Duke allowed in his own hood? Is it because anyway? I'm not gonna say anything.
A lot of people don't even know, bro. He had like 7 to 8 people with him.
Yeah,
he wasn't by himself.
He was not by himself.
He had
like
his
3 of
regular
us,
team
bro.
with him, bro.
It was like 8 of them. It was just us 3. Just us 3 right here. You feel me? But like, I don't want to come over and speak my piece, cause like,
Man, look, that ain't even what got me. That ain't even what got me. That little white dude who said,
oh,
yeah,
he lied, bro. His mama. Oh, I don't even
Hey,
want to
look,
go there.
look, the white,
you know, boy.
But look, the white dude who said when Nick asked, what Duke at? He don't be out here like that. He don't put on for his hood. Dude talking about, no, he don't be out here like, boy,
You run up to us every time we come
boy,
out
you,
there.
boy, I play. Look,
When you play 1v1 with him in the
I
backyard.
got the footage, and look, the whole time, of course, like the little white dude, he not gonna know, but I literally, nigga, I tried to rebuild the whole basketball court. Nigga, you know how much it costs to rebuild a basketball court? Like 70, 80 bands.
PS5s and all
But
that.
look, guess what? Every time I go up there and ask, hey, can I do this? Hey, can I do this? They say no, buddy. They say no, nigga. So, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm more mad at you than Nick Briggs.
Yeah, real talk, real
Because you
talk.
try to play us like we ain't, boy.
Like we don't be out there and we don't do stuff with it, man.
I know. I be seeing you on your front porch every time I come, nigga. You got like 3 white brothers. I know your mama, man, boy.
Real talk.
Boy,
that was a whole.
You know you wrong for that, man.
Yeah, boy. And guess what? If I ever be able to come back out there, boy, come here, boy. Let me talk to you real quick. He a hoe though.
That was a whole ass move.
And
boy.
like, bro,
that really.
I really just want to talk about the remote situation. Like, I'm licensed to carry, and South Carolina's open carry here, bro. I'm licensed to carry. No, I wasn't flashing it. When y'all seen that, Davo was chasing him. I was trying to grab Davo, but if you running around with a remote in your pocket, it's jiggling. So it's finna fall. So I grab it and put it back up, and that's when y'all see me I pull my shirt down. But listen, I done got big. Y'all know I done got big. Y'all always tell me this shirt is a medium. Let me show y'all if I raise my hand up, what my shirt will do.
Look, the remote would be right there.
You feel me? That's exactly what would happen. No, I wasn't going out there with my intention. My intention was pure to go out there just to let you leave out. Nothing gonna happen to you, nothing like that. Just like I told his camera, he was doing a lot of trim and cuts. Like I actually told his cameraman pick his camera up and I talked to their camera, something like everything was good. Y'all see me on, y'all gonna see the footage I put in here that I shut their hand, let them know everything was good, nothing gonna happen to y'all. Y'all good out here. Bet y'all just gotta nicely leave, cause you not out here purr. It's not no purr love that you doing this for. Right. We know you don't like our brother. We know you out here for that specific reason. Then you gonna put on the ground like you was going to a park, and a park takeover, like people was telling you to come out here. We go to the park. Ain't nothing but crackheads out there and homeless people's out there, bro.
And then, bro, what people need to understand, we didn't go up there to beat him up.
No.
At all.
We went out there just to let him
just
channel
leave. We
leave.
wasn't gonna touch him.
Beat, man.
We could have did what we wanted to do, trust me, but we just let him walk out the hood, you know what I'm saying? Well, run out the hood.
Man, look. It's people from the hood who kind of upset that we didn't beat that man. Well, they didn't beat that man up. I was in Atlanta. You got people actually upset that he wasn't beat up, but luckily my dogs didn't crash out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all boys didn't touch. You know what I'm saying, that man.
And I'm the reason why he didn't get touched. I was telling
we
everybody,
wanted to, bro.
Nobody touched this man. Nobody do nothing to him. Just let him go ahead and
they
leave,
doing
bro.
like-
Yeah. And I'm grabbing Davo. I'm pulling him back like, chill, cuz, chill.
I don't even know
You
him.
feel me? Like, I don't even know Nick Briggs. Me personally, I don't know him. I don't really care for him. And to be honest, I ain't got no problems with Nick Briggs. Like, I wish you the best of success. What you doing? Hey,
You know what I think it is? I think it's just a situation that it's like he tried to come to their hood and make it seem like he was putting on. even though he knew he was coming there looking for Duke. It's like, bro, like you're making it seem as if you haven't been watching them religiously to know where they live. Why are you trying to come to his hood knowing that he's not there? So you can try to put on for show, right? That's not smart, bro. You're lucky that they literally let you leave there alive. It could have ended off badly. Real talk.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I was on the phone. I was
noticed. That's the thing.
Bro,
he was on the phone.
I was
with
on
him.
the phone with Nick Bridges, and I was telling him myself, like, bro, I told him out my own mouth, I appreciate you that you came out here and gave away basketballs and did what you did with the kids. And he was, and everything was cool on the phone, but I didn't know he was finna get back on the net and do all that, this and that. But man,
no, because the thing is that you had to understand, like unfortunately, Nick has been proven to be a person that you can't fully trust. He'll tell you one thing and he does another, or he'll set you up. Look at the situation that happened last year when it came to him setting up Cash and who else? His own teammates to get into fights with people that they don't even know. That just goes to show you his integrity, bro.
Man, look. Boy, the crazy thing is, boy, he could have went to any hood. No, look, I knew what he was on.
And I
knew,
I said that, like, bro, I went up to him like, bro, I know you don't like, dude, you be putting all this crazy. This not the man who dissing you. This dude don't even talk about you. But we not worried about you. We ain't losing no sleep about nothing that you say, bro. Man, come on, man.
Man, you should have went to New York, buddy.
That's what you should have did.
Bro, you know, bro. And he went out his way to find the hood.
Yeah.
The hood ain't.
Bro, you from a whole different state. You travel from a whole nother state to do a video out here. Dude don't talk about you. We don't discuss you in no type of way. And then the little kids that's out there, you get on the net, you cussing them out like a dog.
Like a dog, bro.
And talking about it's for the kids, but you getting on the net cussing them out. You know what you said. We gonna pull the screenshot out what he said, bro. You know what you did. You know what you said.
Bro, it's wild. And look, even after that, when I was on my stream, I say, bro, I don't got no problem with you simply because I don't even want to be put in the same
conversation.
Yeah, bro, he do basketball stuff.
We don't do basketball.
Stuff. So it's like I don't even want to collab with you. I don't want to.
Nothing. You get your money. I don't want to kick it with you, skate with you.
That ain't this how it started. This nigga got mad because you didn't want to collab.
Yeah, bro. You get your money, we gonna get out, bro. And to this day, none of us got no problem with you. None of us. Even after what you said, none of us still ain't got no problem with you. We still wish you the best. Just leave us alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the man who dissed you on the video. You gotta take that over there with the rest of them people, bro. We ain't got no bad blood with you, man. I wish you the best. I wish you the hope. I hope you keep going far with your success, bro.
And boy, for everybody who boy, I'm glad. Look,
that's another thing.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy, if he wouldn't have drove through the hood on a random day,
bro, he would have had a field day with that footage, bro, and it would have been worse than what it was.
Because of them right there, because
y'all.
Because look, the internet trolls, we already know what y'all would have been saying. Hey,
D-Block, get back! Get back, D-Block!
How y'all let Nick Bridges go out there and do what he wants to?
D-Block, get back, damn it! Shut up! Shut up, Duke, get back!
Y'all was gonna drag that for a year plus, bro. Yep. We know that.
So hey, look.
I'll say this though. I think if it were the situation that Nick Bridges trolled through D-Block, my bad. My Asian came out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But if he trolled through D-Block and nobody stopped him, I think it would have been a situation that they would have come after him. Even though they say that they don't have a problem with him right now, I'm pretty sure they would have come after him. Especially if they had seen any footage of Nick disrespecting D-Block. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm glad it's evidence though. Like it's evidence. And look. Niggas, man, y'all niggas did exactly what y'all was supposed to do, but y'all look so good in their footage, boy, real 4K, boy. Hey, it is what it is.
Then he on the net, somebody he ain't got no problem with do, so I tell him, tell the camera that you
ain't got no problem with do.
Don't tell me, tell the camera. But talking about
look, he said
energy be different in person.
Look, he said he ain't got no problem with me. Let's keep it right there.
Yeah, that's how we're
gonna bookmark that. He said he ain't got no problem with me. We're gonna bookmark it. We ain't got no problem with him.
Yeah, it should be nothing else.
Yeah, so
nothing, bro.
Well, look.
You go your way, we go our way.
Hey, look,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna leave it with him. I'm gonna leave it with him.
Ain't no problem though. Hey, we wish you the best on your success, man.
For real, look, man. With that being said, man, y'all trying to go to Crab, did y'all?
Yeah, but hold on though. Make sure y'all like this video.
God.
Subscribe if you new. We on the road to 30K.
Hey, no. Fuck that. 100K.
100K on the way.
Hey,
Yeah.
my dog need a play.
Turn on the post notification though, man. I ain't never had no Noti gang strong, so make sure y'all turn on y'all post notifications.
Let us know where y'all from too, man. Hey, D-Block finna be doing a whole bunch of traveling. You know what I'm saying? Our first stop is New York.
Yes.
All right? Let us know where y'all located, where y'all live at. So we finna go to New York first. Let us know where y'all want us to come, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, make sure y'all like, subscribe my dog shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And look, man, we finna go to crowd the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hungry, baby. We out, man.
All right, guys, we're gonna get into the next video. We did it in the desert. No. Hold on. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find a good video, guys. Hold on. Oh, I already know. Yeah, guys, we're gonna get into it, man. Yes, sirs. We'll do like one more video for tonight, guys, and then I think we'll end it.
Because I'm gonna get something out of it, you know? Either I'm gonna believe this lie, I'm gonna get some good, or I'm gonna play dumb, get a shopping spree when I wake up. Like, life is gonna go good for me.
Just by her talking about getting some good cucumber, I can already tell she's for the streets, bro. That's tough.
After you tell this dumbass lie, you know, I'm about to do you in right after this, you know?
How do you plan on keeping men interested in you once your looks begin to fade?
Cause me, I have a good heart. Like
who cares?
I have a good heart, believe it or not. I am down to earth.
Why is it considered rude to ask a woman her age or her weight?
Mickey Mouse asked Minnie her weight, and he almost got slapped.
Why do women stress over these issues, and what does that say about her deeper sense of self-worth?
They need to take a trip to Disneyland.
Why are men expected to be confident by women who seem so insecure?
Mickey Mouse doesn't want to answer that question.
Do you think it's equally rude?
Why doesn't Mickey want to answer the question? Come on, Mickey. You decided that you wanted to be a part of it, man. Answer the question, G.
Rude to ask a man how much money he makes?
Yes.
Why?
Mickey Mouse has a lot in the bank.
I wouldn't go up to a guy and ask him like that kind of information. I don't know. I find that weird.
Why do women tend to stress over these issues, and what does that say about her deeper sense of self-worth?
I think women stress about these insecurities and stuff because all over the internet we're told we have to be a specific way and look a certain way, and I don't know, I feel like that just makes us more insecure about how we feel about ourselves.
Why are men expected to be confident by women who seem so insecure?
I couldn't answer that one.
Do you think it's equally rude to ask a man how much money he makes?
Yes, absolutely.
Why do men stress over becoming successful, and what does that say about his deeper sense of self-worth?
I feel like in this generation of world, men are told they have to have no feeling and be told to do more and are expected more of, I guess.
What? It's not only in this generation, sweetheart. Men from the beginning of time have had that burden of performance to be able to level up and to become the man that they know that they're meant to become. It didn't start today.
As a man and being a leader, being the headship of everything, you're supposed to be that confidence. You're supposed to show her what confidence looks like. And with you being able to do so, you're going to be able to develop her if she's somebody that wants to be developed and having confidence herself.
Do you think it's equally rude to ask a man how much money he makes?
I believe that money shouldn't be the important topic, especially when first getting to know somebody, because money can be made. The most important thing is getting to know the individual.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, bro, but let's be real. Even though I know you said money shouldn't be the most important thing that you guys should be talking about when you're getting to know each other. But that's a heavily discussed topic when it comes to individuals that are divorced. 50% of divorces in America are filed by 80% of the women. 80% of women filed the 50% of divorces in America, and it's why? Because of money. So she has to an extent, know that you're financially stable. You don't have to tell her how much you're making, but she has to be able to see it through your lifestyle, and vice versa, but more likely than not, it's going to be to the man. No cap.
Why do men tend to stress over becoming successful, and what does that say about his deeper sense of self-worth?
Well, men, I would say males, tend to do that because they lack something within self, so they feel as if everything that they need to obtain is outside of them in order to not only impress themselves, but impress women as well.
If you had to choose, would you rather be desired for your body or your finances?
For her finances. Watch.
Finances.
What did I say, bro? What did I say?
Really? Because they gonna steal all your money.
This is the thing you have to understand. This is the difference between men and women, bro. When it comes to money, men generally tend to live in abundance because a man has the mentality, majority of men have the mentality that if I spend this, I'm going to make it back and some. But women, they live in scarcity when it comes to money. But when it comes to dealing with the opposite gender, women live in abundance and men live in scarcity. Real talk.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just feel like I'd rather have money than have the looks.
I'd rather have money than the looks too, but if somebody wants me for my finances, they're gonna take it all. At least my looks, like they can't take it from me.
Okay. Why do so many women prefer to show off their bodies rather than their finances?
Probably because they don't want to take
These are the same women that call themselves strong and independent. Word.
taken from them, and nobody can take your looks from you for the most part. Somebody can definitely steal your money, especially if you love them.
But don't women...
Look, the way she's talking, she seems like she's living in scarcity when it comes to the money aspect, though. You know what I'm saying?
But don't women kind of resent being used for their bodies?
Another key factor.
Yeah, absolutely, and men resent being used for their money.
Okay, so how do we fix that?
Men only resent being used for their money if they're not getting SEX back in return.
I guess. Huh. It's honestly a great question. It's something that I've struggled. Why are you letting me answer all of these?
If you had to choose, would you rather be desired for your body or your finances?
My body.
Why?
Because I would like to be a gym rat.
Why do so many women prefer to show off their bodies rather than their finances?
Because they know what draws attention, their body.
Okay, aren't women objectifying themselves when they do that?
Facts. But then they want to say that a man is objectifying them. Get up out of here, Gene. Get up out of here.
Of course.
So why do women condemn in men the very thing that they benefit from when sex is typically what they use to empower themselves?
Because sex sells.
So why do they complain about being sexually objectified when sex sells?
Because they like the attention. They like the dispute.
Okay, doesn't that make them hypocrites?
Of course.
Women run the world. Let's get that straight. We run.
Stop. You don't run the world. You do not run the world. Maybe America, maybe the West, but you don't run the world.
Run the world. That's why it's important.
So then why are so many women complaining about how hard it is to be a woman in our society?
Exactly. Let's talk about it.
Because they're bitches. They're not getting no good dick. They don't have a
Yeah, you're not wife material. You're canceled.
man taking care of them.
Yeah, you're canceled from being wife material. I'm sorry, bro.
Or a good paying job. One of those. One out of the three. Either they're not getting good dick, they don't have a good paying job, or they don't have a good man providing for them. One of the three.
Does a woman's dating options increase or decrease with age?
Decreases, for sure.
It depends.
On what?
How she take care of herself.
Okay.
Even if she takes care of herself, it's still going to decrease with age, my G.
But in general, do you think that overall women's dating options increase or decrease with age?
Increase.
Increase? So you think that more men are looking for older women as opposed to young baddies?
No, they look for young women.
So basically, okay, so wouldn't that say that women's dating options often decrease with age?
Yes.
Yeah.
Decrease, I would say.
Yeah, definitely decrease. The more disappointed we get, the more we don't want to date.
So why?
It's not the more disappointed you get. It's the less options you have, the less you have the option to date.
Why do women's standards often increase as their options decrease?
I think after her looks aren't a thing anymore, she probably starts to value other parts of herself, and probably more than what her looks were offering before.
Why does that usually happen after the looks fade? Why can't it happen before?
That's a great question. Part of me wants to blame like the media and the importance that they put on somebody's looks, especially young women.
You want to blame the media, but you're gonna fall for it. Look at how much makeup is on your face. Look at all the jewelry you're wearing. Come on, man. You sound like a hypocrite. I'm gonna be honest.
Honestly, I think it's just that more of a household conversation that needs to happen with women, with girls, with daughters, with, ladies.
How do you think women should keep men interested when their looks begin to fade?
Wear more sexier clothes and do more freaky shit.
Is it fair to say that women are attracted to men with status and high social value?
I would say yeah.
Yeah. Does that make them opportunists?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Does this make them
hypergamy?
Opportunists?
A little bit, yeah. Kind of does make them opportunists. Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Okay, why is it acceptable for that behavior, but is often frowned upon when an older man takes on a young trophy wife?
Because we live in a double standard society. We live in a society that's filled with double standards. When you're a man, they don't want you to be empowered. That's what it is. They don't want you to have any power as a man. They want you to literally subjugate it and get on your knees and be like, take me as I am, baby girl. That's what they want you to do.
See, I wouldn't say it is acceptable because, like, although it does happen, like, I personally wouldn't say it's acceptable. I don't think it's fair.
Okay. Do you see any difference between the party girl who uses her early 20s to sleep with lots of alpha males and the mid-30s player guy who sleeps with lots of young, beautiful women?
I feel attacked, but...
The reason why that's frowned upon...
She said she literally just exposed herself. She said she feels attacked because she has multiple bodies. She has a lot of men that she slept with, and now she feels like she's being subjugated. That's tough.
On is because society's very hypocritical, and with them being hypocritical, if they see an older gentleman who was able to catch a young lady who has an interest in an older man, they feel as if, at least I believe, why couldn't I be in that position at my age, and who knows the type of life that this older individual is living now when it comes to this specific lady.
If you had to choose, would you rather be desired for your body or your finances?
Finances. Look at her face. Look at her face. She's asking herself, why are you asking me this question? This one's thinking and this one is already getting triggered. Like, you can't make this up. Finances. Watch her say finances. Duh.
Finances, absolutely.
Why?
Because financially, I already made it bigger. My body has nothing to do with my status in a way. If I've made it financially, I feel like I made it in life,
Why do so many women prefer?
Unfortunately, sweetheart, your finances don't determine how successful you are in your life. Your success is predicated off of the amount of children that you can have and the relationships that you develop and cultivate with the people in your life already. The amount of money you make really has no value. It really does not matter.
Prefer to show off their bodies rather than their finances?
Shit, I don't know. I think it's easier to show off your body,
Than how much you make.
Yeah.
Are those women objectifying themselves?
No.
Definitely are.
Why not?
I mean, God gave you your body. You should be.
But y'all be the same ones to complain, saying men are looking at me weird. Oh my God, you're a weirdo. But you're doing it to yourself, though. You're showing your body off to the world, but then you have a problem, or you feel a way when it's somebody that you're not attracted to that looks like. Come on, man, stop it.
Be able to show it, yeah.
When a woman decides to give a man a shot, is there a window of time for him to close the deal before she gets bored?
Absolutely.
Yes. So timing is important?
Timing is very important. Timing is everything.
Are young women aware that they will have peak years of beauty, fertility, and dating options, but will lose influence over men as they age?
They don't understand that because they've been coddled. They're delusional, bro.
To a degree, yes, because a lot of them, even though they say women mature faster than men, a lot of them just don't have that understanding as of yet. So in the process of
When they say that women mature faster than men, they're talking about physically, bro, not mentally. I promise you, not mentally.
becoming older, it starts to kick in even more. But at the younger years, not really.
So why do women often choose to wait for romance and focus on their career when their own window of time is the most limited?
Because they feel like again, I'm going to the word feeling. They feel as if they've been in situations to where they have been done wrong, they look at the majority of individuals that are men in the world as they're gonna do them wrong too. So I might
Facts.
as well focus on self and get a degree or get a career, whatever the case may be.
Do you think if young women became more aware of their window of time, their life priorities would change?
Absolutely.
For sure.
How?
It'll change by understanding that you're not gonna be fine as a motherfucker forever, unless that's just in your genetic nature.
I think it would change because they would realize what their roles are and stick to it instead of trying to be what society's telling you what to be. Because a lot of these women are indoctrinated into the BS that's spewed by the world government and society, and they're not ready to be able to own it and speak up and say the truth.
Nature. So be more open.
I don't trust a lot of people. So if I'm going to end up alone, it's because of me, because I don't trust people.
I agree. I think I would piggyback off of that too. Like, I think about it often, actually. I personally say I'll never get married, I'll never have kids, but I'm okay.
You'll never get married, you'll never have kids. And then when God eventually ends up deciding to have that happen in your life, you have nobody but yourself to blame. You're going to be an old cat lady crying at night because you were never able to find a man that you wanted, that wanted you. You were never able to have kids. Feminism has lied to you. You see, I'm talking to you right here. Feminism has lied to you.
With that too, like I feel like I should be free, but maybe the time will come.
If women are smarter than men, why do they keep believing men's lies and opening their legs?
Real talk.
Sometimes you don't believe him. You know it's a lie, but you still want some dick. But he's gonna have repercussions for that. Like me, my favorite saying is hit a man where it hurts him, in his pockets, So yes, we're gonna have sex, but today a nail gonna break. I'm gonna need my nails done, a toe chipped purposely. I kicked something, now I need my toe fixed. I want to eat Benny.
What are you gonna do if he doesn't want to do that for you, though? Just because a man has sex with you doesn't mean that he wants to wife you. He wants to take you serious. You got to provide more value than just sex.
Honest today, not Taco Bell, and just once I want to do this, do that, then that, it's gonna just hurt him in his pockets instead of that lie he told me earlier, damn. So either way, he's gonna pay for it. She dumb if she believe it, I don't really know what to say about that one. But me, I believe stuff too, but because I'm gonna get something out of it, Either I'm gonna believe this lie, I'm gonna get some good dick, or I'm gonna play dumb, get a shopping spree when I wake up. Life is gonna go good for me after you tell this dumb.
Yeah, you could tell. You could. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, she's not wife material, bro.
Ass lie, I'm about to do you in right after this,
How do you plan on keeping men interested in you once your looks begin to fade?
Cause me, I have a good heart.
No one cares about your good heart, all right, sweetheart?
I have a good heart, believe it or not. I am down to earth. If I do...
You're not giving me down to earth vibes. I can tell you're not. You're a very masculine energy woman. I'm good off of you. Any masculine man is good off of you. Any high value man is good off of you, bro. You don't I'm sorry.
Love a man. Those are certain men I do that way. You lie to me, then I gotta get you where it hurts. But I'm a good woman. I encourage my man. I ride for my man. I don't need.
Just the same way that I'm a masculine woman, but I talk and act like this when I'm in front of you, but I'm really masculine. You're gonna look at me like, what in the actual fleep? I sound delusional. That's how you sound right now.
Need his money. I come with my own. I appreciate his. Maybe if he's short, which none of my men have.
To clarify, I'm saying I sound feminine, but I act masculine around the right girl. You see how ridiculous that sounds? But that's modern women in 2022, bro.
Have never been. Maybe I got a little 20 for you or something, God forbid, but I'm just a good woman. I mean, I pray for my man, you know? I pray for his mama too. It don't get no better than that.
How do you plan on keeping men interested in you when your looks begin to fade?
Hopefully I'm a compassionate enough person. That's what I've been that's what I've been working on for the past, so far of my life. I feel like I at least have, aside from being blessed with my mother's good looks, like I'm decently intelligent and I can hold a good conversation and I am a very compassionate person. So at the moment I'm just hoping that rides me through the rest of my life.
And do you think that a woman's dating options increase or decrease with age?
Decrease, definitely. I mean, I'm 23 right now and I still look at guys and I'm like, if a 19-year-old walks in front of him, I'm fucked.
What's the definition of a cougar?
Older woman that looks sexy as hell.
Okay, is it true that cougars have to work harder to attract men because they are less desirable?
Yes.
No, they don't have to work harder. It just depends on how attractive they are.
Don't cougars typically approach men and buy them drinks?
Yes, facts.
So isn't that working harder than younger women?
No.
Most younger women don't do that.
Some women just know what they want.
Have you ever considered the possibility that you might end up a lonely old cat lady?
Yes. Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Not bad. I've gotten this far, man. I don't have a cat, but I got this far.
What's the difference between a lonely old cat lady and a young man who's short, fat, and broke?
He doesn't have a cat.
He could always self-improve and get himself into the position where he's going to be dealing with sexy, beautiful ladies. But when you're an old cat lady, you're done for.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I've come to accept it, to be honest.
Maybe not cats, but maybe dogs.
Yeah.
What is the difference between a lonely old cat lady and a young man who's short, fat, and broke?
What's the difference?
That man got potential and he got time.
He do.
I mean, aren't they both involuntarily celibate?
I mean, yeah. Against their own will, yes.
The young cat lady or the old cat lady is someone who's just tired of people's shit, and then the guy who's lower status, not anywhere, he's just really insecure and is not trying to step up the plate at all.
Aren't they both involuntarily celibate?
Depends. The man for sure. The woman, she can, do whatever she wants.
That's not true.
So you think that the cat lady is basically single by choice?
Pretty much.
Why do people assume there's something wrong with a person who can't attract a partner?
I don't know. I guess it's because it's like a person's innate instinct. Like that's our purpose is to reproduce. But at the same time, I don't understand why people look down upon those who either are celibate by choice or even not by choice. Even those who are celibate by choice, people give them a lot of shit, and I'm like, why? Okay. It's none of your business.
Okay. And lastly, does a person's body count matter in dating?
No.
Definitely does.
If it doesn't matter, can you tell us your body count?
Woo! That's a good one.
So then can we conclude that it does matter?
Nah, it don't matter.
Well, then tell us your body count.
I don't know. That's
so
bad.
Can we conclude that it does matter?
It don't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter.
But it does matter.
All right.
I personally don't want somebody that anybody can have, because if I'm gonna hold myself accountable.
We're not the same though. You can say that all you want, but we're not the same. I don't think you care if you're with somebody that anybody can have. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm with somebody that any man can have, it's a problem.
And not let anyone have access to me. What's fair in having someone that anyone can have access to? Yeah.
So do you think it matters or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it can.
You think it can matter? So, do you think it matters more for men or for women? Or equal?
It matters to men more, for sure, what the girl's body type.
Why do you think so?
Because something about a master key and all the locks, I don't know.
I think the expression goes, a key that can open up any lock is a master key, but a lock that can be opened up by 50 keys is a shitty lock.
That is a big fact, guys. All right. Guys, listen, this is going to be on this live stream tonight. If y'all like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at WokeEbuks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Hit your link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links. So make sure we give those a check. Without further ado, this command of this live stream. This is Wolkie Bucks, and I'm out. And I'm out, Wolk family.